Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome back to Shelle's Closet if you are on YouTube and Midwsthumnbrd TV if you are on Twitch. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and get my disclaimers out the way after I finish making sure my lips is popping. Anyways, um, disclaimers. By logging on to this live or clicking onto this live, you are giving me permission to broadcast your name, your likeness, and anything that you say on this live. If you are not, if that is something you do not want to do, I ask that you click away because this will be going live on both my Twitch and my YouTube. Um, there will be curse words either by myself or any one of my guests. This is a safe space. I do not tolerate disrespect of any kind. You will be blocked. Like block. Like you won't be able to come comment any of those things. You will be blocked. There may be emotions, there may be laughs. We're just here to have a nurturing conversation. And today's conversation is surrounding love. And you probably be like, what are we gonna talk about love? We're gonna talk about your understanding of love. We're going to talk about how you give, how you receive love. Where did you first understand what love was? We're going to talk about the different forms of love. We're going to talk about everything in regards to love. Like, was it a hard thing for you to understand? Was it easy? Did it come after you lost love? Did it come like when did you understand it? So, we're going to talk about love for October, November, December, pretty much the rest of 2021, my goal is to ensure that you number one, know that you have a safe space to come and talk about the things that are going on in your life. And I feel like people don't talk anymore. Instead of like dealing with the things that they endure in life, they choose to throw it in the back of their head and find something to cover up the pain, the hurt, the inability to vocally express, or if you are hearing impaired, even sign how you're feeling. Like we don't talk about our emotions. Um, Number two, be comfortable enough and find the courage to speak where you are. Use your words and speak where you are in your life, what you like, what you don't like. Um, Tell your story. And number three, just find the courage to be you. Who are you? Like find the courage to be you, not who everybody else wants you to be. But when you go home and you turn the lock the doors and you in there by yourself, like who are you? Like are you who you display to the world? Like who you are on social media? Is that you or is that just a filter you put on for the world? We're gonna talk about all of that tonight. I got me some juice. Um, my plan was to have some ramen and crawfish for dinner. So after this, I'm gonna have to go make me some ramen and crawfish. So that was my plan. I got the ramen, but the crawfish didn't thaw out in enough time. So this is one dinner and conversation. I'm not gonna have food. I do have drink. So we are drinking non-alcoholic. You could drink alcoholic beverages. I'm drinking non-alcoholic. Um, so hold on. My mouth stopped working. But yeah, tonight we're talking about love. Love from um every sense of the word. Every sense of it. My first thing was when I thought about love, let me say this too. I can only speak from my perspective. I can't really speak from your perspective, but I can speak my opinion about other people's perspective. And that's up to you as a viewer, as somebody that is watching. It's up to you to either agree or disagree with what I say. And your views are welcomed here. Whether they long as they are respectful, your views are welcome. Other than that, hey, we gonna keep it player around here. And I'm sorry, y'all. I always forget every time I go live. I forget to change my thing on Twitch. So And I'm trying to figure out why there's restream branding on my. Sorry, y'all. So much. It's so much stuff, but we gonna keep on going like it is. Anywho, when I thought about love, right? Um, I thought about where was my first. Like, I'm 41 now, so I can look back and be like, okay, when was the first time I felt love? I felt it. I understood what it was. I learned how I give love. And I started to think like, man, I have so many different I in my span of life, I've come across so many different mm, hey December weather, so many different faucets of love, from unconditional love to agape love to transitional love. Like when you think about love, there's so many different aspects of it, but it's still the same. It's still love. Like, you got parental love, you got familial love, all of these, like we put all these different things, but when it all boils down to it, right? It's still love. I spent a lot of my childhood looking for my parents to love me, right? Two people that brought you into this world, that's supposed to teach you everything that you know about love. That's what I was looking for them to show me that. I was looking for them to show me what it means to be a little girl. Like show me girly thing, like stuff like that. That's what I was looking for. Love. To me, that was love. Being a parent, talking to me, I was about to say monitoring, but that's what parents do. Like just walking me through life as a parent. That's what I was looking for. That's what I considered to be love. And then I hit my I didn't have that in my younger years. So then someone comes along. This is why I encourage parents, if you are a parent, this is why I encourage you to hug your child, kiss your child, tell your child how much you love them, show them that. Now, I did receive that from my grandmother. However, she passed away when I was 15. So like 15 um well, I started getting in my life I did have someone to love, hug, show me how much I appreciate. I did have that. However, there was also an adult who took an interest in me and began to do things to me that in my mind I knew it wasn't love, because this wasn't how my grandmother loved me, but it was something else. And that's something else, I want to say, for my teenage years, took over my teenage years. Where this is the thing that people who've been molested or taken advantage of or abused or raped or any one of those things, they don't really talk about. Like some part of your life becomes sex is love. Some part of it. Maybe it didn't happen for you, but it happened for me. Sex was love. And then when I got out of that, um, objective looking, sex is love, it became what is love. It went from my parents not showing me love to this person showing me some form of love. My grandmother showed me love. Like do you know, it is something about a grandparent's love. It's different, right? Like I wasn't her child. Like she didn't birth me, but it was though that it was like my mother is my mother, but she was kind of like my sister because my grandmother like raised me. It was weird. That was weird. It's weird, but that's how I process it, right? So my grandmother loved me. My grandmother was a person who showed me like how to cook. She showed me how to wash. She showed me how to do all of the things that I thought my parents were going to show me. So it was a different kind of love, if you get what I'm saying. So I had grandparents' love, my parents, yeah, yeah. I mean, they loved me enough. They loved me enough to bring me here, and that's what I want to say. They loved me enough, because it could have been a whole nother story, but they loved me enough to for me to be here. So I'll say that. Um, so then the teenage years was sex is love. And then after that, it was just like, no, I'm gonna love myself. We had those I'm gonna love myself moment. I'm gonna buy myself. I'm gonna take myself to the movies. I'm gonna do all of that. In my mind, I thought that was loving myself. So now there was a false sense of love with myself. And then I started going to therapy and it literally destroyed everything I ever thought. It destroyed it. Like everything that all of those experiences have built up in me, it destroyed me. And it destroyed me with not like you were wrong or anything like that. It destroyed me with asking me the tough questions, right? Like, why do you feel that your parents owe you love? Well, because they brought me here. Like, I didn't ask to be here. I wasn't up in heaven, like, hey, let them two get together and bring. I didn't ask to be here. And it was like, but do you know their story? Do you know if someone showed them love? And I was just like, wait a minute. I didn't even, how, why am I supposed to care how? And then it dawned on me. That's why I said it destroyed everything I thought. Like, I was just like, y'all the parents, y'all should have did, y'all should be doing. And then I just thought, like, who showed y'all love? Like, how did y'all even get together? Right? That's what I wanted to know. How did y'all even get together? So, I'm 41 now and I'm looking back at this and I was like, I never even knew the story of how I got here. Now, when I figured out the story of how I got here, that makes a lot of sense of like my life and the way it went and how it went and the things that happened. Because I wasn't, when people think about like sex, let's just talk about sex for a minute. We're going to get back to my story, but let's just talk about sex, right? There's two things that could happen. Well, there's multiple things, but like when you have sex, you can have a baby or you could not have a baby. You could catch a STD or you could not catch it. There's a lot of variables, right? But if you having sex with the opposite sex, if you're having sex with the opposite sex, you know that there is a baby going to be involved, right? Like, especially if you're like one of those, I don't like to use protection, or you just like, oh, he's so cute, he ain't going, right? I don't understand how people know the chances of having a baby and not having a baby and still do it, and then when a baby come it's like, oh my god, where did that come from? I didn't even know it could happen. And then this is where I think about the ultimate level of love, right? Parents, especially mothers, right? There has to be some form of love on the inside of you to be in a relationship or have a sexual relationship with somebody and you become pregnant and you have to make that decision. There's a decision that has to be made and you have to make that decision. That's some kind of love. It's either it's a love for yourself, it's a love for the being growing on the inside of you. There is a certain type of love. So when we're talking tonight, we're going to talk about all kinds of love, like love. I was gonna break it up and say what it means to be like relationship love. But if you don't even know like what love is, I was gonna define it, like give you the definition of love. But then I thought like the reality of what love is based on your experience. Cause I could tell you the Webster's dictionary say love is, but if you've never experienced that kind of love, does that mean that you've never been loved? If you've never had someone kiss you, hold on, sorry, flashback. If you never had someone just kiss you in your forehead just because type of love, like if you never had someone just to buy you flowers just because they was thinking about you kind of love, or not even that, if you've never had somebody ask you why. For me, the way I understand, like I comprehend love, like I've had people I had people buy me shit. Buying me shit don't mean nothing to me. Nothing. It means nothing because I can buy my own self shit. That means nothing to me. Taking me to fancy restaurants, cruises, all of that shit means nothing to me. Want me to tell you what means something to me? Spending time and conversing with me means the most to me. Because you know why? It takes time. It takes time out of your busy day for you to sit down and ask somebody why. Girl, what you doing? Why? When you think about like if I ask you, why did you click on this link tonight? Like why are you here in this live? Why? Because you know I'm gonna have a good conversation. Because you know somebody gonna be here that you like, and you just came over here because somebody told you to come over here. Like, why are you here? Why? So if you ask me why, if you really want to know like my life, I mean I pretty much told y'all that, but if you really want to know me, quality time is my thing. I said I was gonna do the love language quiz in here. So hold on, let me grab that real fast. But why? Why is my whole thing like if I could be in a relationship with you and we could talk about anything, I mean anything. If you don't like the way I wear my hair, let's talk about it. If you don't like the dinner I cooked last night, let's talk about it. What do you like? So I can make sure that you good. Love. That's what we're gonna talk about tonight. Um oh, excuse me. I can't spell. G There we go. Still can't spell. Quiz. Just so people can know, I want y'all to take the moment and take the quiz because you probably thinking like, mm, I know. Hold on, I'm gonna put this in there so y'all could take it. Go ahead and take it. Maybe you didn't take it. You wanted to take it, but you didn't. There we go. I just dropped it in there. Y'all could go ahead and click that. Take the quiz while you on here, and it's gonna tell you. Like, if you come from an environment where maybe your parents showed you love, right? Maybe they showed you love by hugging you and kissing you and making sure you had an allowance or showing you how to do um things in life. Maybe you had that. And then you met your high school sweetheart and you thought it was all good. And then they had tendencies that were abusive or they were jealous or, they had insecurities and they reflected those insecurities onto you or they, cast them onto you. And then they told you you weren't shit, you will never be shit, and you will never amount to shit. And so now they went on to be with somebody who they thought were prettier and or more handsome than you, they had more or whatever. And now you're sitting here with all of these insecurities. And then we have social media. And now you're on social media half naked or, acting an ass and you feel like that's love. You feel like the likes are love. You feel like the comments are love. What or you just being the life of the party and you bringing the party. You got the whatever you use at your party to turn up. I was gonna say what, but we on social media. But you bringing the party, or you are the party, or you turning up. You are that. I feel like we have so many different outlooks on what love is, and that's why a couple of streams ago, someone asked like, "What is?" How do you know or what should you do when you get ready to get in a relationship? And my two things is trust and understanding their love language. I think we don't understand each other's love language. Number one, we don't understand love. We don't. Like a lot of people are in relationships because of the beneficial. I just like the way I was just about to put that. Because of the benefits that it bring to them. Like when we were growing up, like we were taught things based on survival, like how to survive, like make sure your rent is paid, like make sure your electric is paid, make sure it's that. And it's like, so you get into relationships, you get into situationships thinking, okay, I got to make sure my rent is paid. Because like if you hear people talk about, oh, my rent paid, my car no paid, all of that stuff, but the reality of it is you have a nice car, you have a nice house, but you are still sad and you still don't feel love and you still have those insecurities. That's just covering up or masking the fact that you don't feel loved. And then it depends on how you define love. Like I said, I defined it love like when I was growing up with my grandmother. It was like, okay, someone who talks to me, someone who understands. Hey Ray, someone who asks me, someone who wants to be around, right? And then it got warped because I was like, this isn't love. But the person that was doing what they was doing to me was telling me that they love me. And I'm like, I'm young. I'm like, no, this ain't love because my grandma don't do this to me. um, oh, what up? My grandma don't do things like this to me. And I know she loved me. Like my uncles don't do these things to me, and I know they love me. So I don't know what this is, but it's not love. And then like when you get older or just your experiences in life, or you be in a relationship and you just give your all and you see that the other person is only in it to get like they only in it to look good. They only in it to um get their bills paid. They only people be in it to have some people be in it to have a baby by you. Like listen, I grew up around boys or who are now men. And when I tell you like I done seen some people do some things now. And I done seen some people do some things and you probably heard about people that be trying to have kids by people. I done seen it happen. I done hey. But it's because people think that that's love. Like people stay with people because they feel like, "Oh, well you do this for me, so that's love." It's really not love. You really don't want to be there, but you can't afford your rent on your own, or you need a babysitter, or like families. Like I'm gonna jump around because that's just me. I'm a jump arounder. Jump arounder. I ain't never been no jump down ever. Anyways, let's talk about families, right? We can grow up. Some people grow up. I'm gonna say some people grow up in pretty good homes. Pretty good homes. I mean, you got food, you got clean clothes, you got all that. You grew up in a pretty good home. But the reality of it is, it was still fucked up, right? Like some of us have experiences where, our parents um treated us like shit, or our parents was on drugs, or our parents were in church. Jesus is my mama drug. I'm gonna just say that. I said that to her before too. Jesus is my mama drug. She probably come up in here, hi. But Jesus was my mama drug. And like we didn't have those parental moments. Like we didn't have people to raise us up. We raise ourselves. Like so a lot of the shit we seen, a lot of the shit we did, we shouldn't have never been doing it. But that's how we had to survive. That's what we had to do to survive. Um See, that's what I'm saying, D. Like, we all have different experiences, right? And then it's those experiences in our life that taught us what love is. Like, I had a grandmother, like, she loved the fuck out of when I tell you she loved the fuck out of me, a lot of the reason why I'm able to be mentally sound and be here right now is like because I had her in my life, like the love that she showed me. And then not only her, just my uncles, and then like godparents. Oh, see, I'm gonna get back to godparents. Let me write that down. Cause I be wondering, like, do people still be naming people their kids godparents? Like that was a big thing when I was growing up. Oh, this your godmother, this your godfather. That was a big thing, but we gonna get there in a minute. So like families, right? Like your mama treats you like shit. Your daddy probably was never there. And then you have siblings that treat you like shit, and you still supposed to love them. Like you're still supposed to love them because they say that's just your mama, or that's just your daddy, or that's still your brother and sisters. But in the reality, why do I have to love you? I mean, I could love you. I could love you. But why do I have to like why does it have to be that? Like you can do some fucked up shit to me and I'm just supposed to be okay with it because you're my mother or you're my brother or you're my family member. Like that's just like how people think. Like I couldn't tell you how many times I be hearing people like saying, "Damn, my mama did some shiesty shit." Or how about this, right? Have you ever had somebody put a light bill, an electric bill, a cable bill, a phone bill, or some kind of bill in your name when you was younger and you got older and you was trying to fix your credit and they was like, "Do you want to file a fraud case?" You ever had to have that moment where you was just like, "But that was my mama or my grandma or somebody that I know put that in my name?" You ever had one of those moments? Now it's like, do I get my credit straight and file a fraud case against one of my family members? Or do I just suck this up and pay that bill? Some people would consider that love. Like, oh, you ain't file a fraud case and your mama or whoever it was didn't get in trouble. So you'll be like, oh, yeah, you love her. That's love. Good looking out, cuz. When in reality, it was fucked up for them to do that to you. But because that's your family member, you're supposed to look out for them. We gonna talk about love. That's what we talking about. Love. Every sense of the word. Like if you right now, if you are in a relationship, right? If you can look at the person you with, or you could think about the person you with, if you are with them for anything other than the fact that you truly love them, like if you like, I'm with him because he be paying the bills, or he makes sure the money is good, or he be laying the pipe, or she know how to get that sloppy toppy, or she know how to do this or whatever. If you are only with the people because you listed all of those different things, I want to say that you really not in love. You are inconvenience. That's what I'm gonna start calling. You are inconvenience. Like so, when I be talking on these lives, and I be like, listen, use your words, right? I learned from my grandmother to use my words. For a period of my life, I stopped using my words because it's like if I'm fucking saying people are doing fucked up shit to me and ain't nobody listening, why am I still talking? But you know what happened? You know who listened? I'm gonna tell y'all the greatest love, the greatest love, the greatest love, the greatest love ever, right? The greatest love you will ever receive in life is the love that you give yourself. We're gonna talk about all loves from all different perspectives, but the greatest love, like you probably, I'm gonna tell y'all from my own personal experience, right? I talked about myself, right, because I wanted y'all to see the greatest love. I was looking for my parents to love me. I was looking for everybody outside of me to love me, but uh, the moment I understood that the love I've been looking for my entire life was the love. It was me. It was me. I was looking for me to love me. I was looking for me to care enough about me not to put anyone else's wants or needs before mine. That's like if you're in a relationship and they're like people make you feel bad about hey, you ain't gonna make me feel bad about shit. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Once I came to the conclusion that I didn't love myself, because we all convince ourselves that we love ourselves. We do. I love myself. I take care of myself, all of that shit. But the reality of it is, if you are not taking care of yourself before you do anything else for somebody else, you do not love yourself. I know it's a harsh reality. It's hard to hear somebody tell you you don't love yourself. You probably cussing at the TV screen, the computer screen, whatever you're looking at now. Like, who is this motherfucker to tell me I don't love myself? You don't. You don't love yourself if you put everyone else before you. You don't. I looked at when this situation happened, I looked at myself and I was like, hmm. Myself said, you don't love us. And I was like, what you mean? I do love y'all. I make sure y'all eat. I make sure y'all clean. I make sure, no, you don't, because if somebody call you, you'll be moving right now and we tired. And I was just like, I'm not crazy or nothing, but that's sometimes how you have to talk to yourself. You have to tell yourself, no. You have to tell yourself, no. You have to tell yourself, hey, you're not taking care of yourself today. You have to tell yourself that. Like we all know that we be doing things that we shouldn't do. Like our mind will tell us that we shouldn't do it. Like we get in relationships and our mind tells us we shouldn't be in this relationship. This person don't mean no good. This person only gonna bring you down. But guess what? Because we like the way they make us feel, we get in that relationship. I Ray, I'm at the point now where I know people gonna come and say this YouTube. Like people not gonna agree with me. I thank you. See, that's why I probably should have gave this disclaimer. If you come in here getting reckless or being disrespectful, it's people in this room that can block you. Like I don't even have to press the button or nothing, but you will get blocked. you definitely will get blocked. Um, and then if you are going to say something, let me give my disclaimer because there's a lot more people in this room right now. If you come here, you show your face, you type in the chat box, you will be broadcast on both my YouTube and my Twitch. So if you don't want to be broadcast, I would encourage you to leave the chat now. If you would like, I'll do y'all even one better. If you would like to come on screen and chat, let me know. I'll bring you on screen. That we This is a safe space. We have real life conversation over here. Um, that's what it is. That's funny. I'm sorry. I just was talking to the camera and then I looked down and saw somebody got blocked. And I was like, oh, I didn't even see who it was. But okay. Thanks, Ray. I appreciate that. Yeah, but back to love, right? Um, it's a lot of things. Love in the most purest sense is now I y'all know how I feel about church and religion and all those things, but this is something that I understand when it comes to love. Like love is patient, love is kind, love is understanding, love is empathy, it's compassion, it's all of those things, right? Like if you ever thought about a situation, right? You ever like say you're in a relationship, right? You ever thought about a situation and you was like, "You know what? I love you, but." Like what made the but come? I love you, but. Or you ever think about like people when they're just like, "Well, I keep doing this because you're not doing what I need you to do, but you never express to me." Like if you've been with other women and they let you flip them up, flip them upside down or wait, let's talk about that for a minute. People be doing wild stuff out here and then be expecting the next person that they be with to do that wild stuff too. Now, hey, I'm be on the wild side sometimes, but this other stuff that's out here, I ain't about that life. I need you to communicate to me like what your life is like. Like this is why I say, um, see, original, right? That's where I'm going, right? This is why I say like sometimes our upbringing, I'm not going to say sometimes, I'm going to go out and I'm going to say a lot of times the way that we grow up is how we navigate life, right? Where I say maybe you grew up in a good two-parent household or maybe you didn't, maybe your mama was on drugs, daddy was on drugs, you was raised by your grandparents, whatever, right? But how you were brought up is what it shows as you are an adult. You might not believe it, maybe it's not, that's not your opinion. Feel free to comment in the comment or hit me with the thing like, hey Chelle, I want to come on because I feel this kind of way. Hey, we could talk, you could come on, we could do all of that. But I feel like if you grew up in a household where love was shown to you, where you know what it feels like to be loved, not um um not tolerated, not, oh, I'm only doing this because you're my sister or because you're my daughter, because you're my, not one of those, but you actually feel love. Like I felt love from my grandmother. That's why I said like I've never like she did things for me. Like even to this day, like you have a conversation with people, right? Um and you talk to them, you talk to them, you talk to them, and then you like lose touch with them for a minute or something, and then like they die. Like if you have somebody that die, right? And the love that you have for them, like you realize like, man, I truly, truly, truly love this person. So when I think about my grandmother, she died when I was 15, and I think about all of the different conversations we had, I think about the times, I think about the things that she said to me, like right now today at 41, they still make sense to me. They still make sense to me. Like she said something. She said, if what a person says about you can't feed you, clothe you, or make sure you good, why does it matter? Like she just dropped all these things in my head that I at the time, you just be like, I'm young. What the hell? Why am I paying attention to that? But right now, uh, she said, treat others how you want to be treated. Right? I know that's in the Bible. That's what the church tell you. But for me, it's just like I want y'all, like, I come here, I talk on YouTube because it's like I want y'all to know, number one, you have a safe space over here, as y'all can see. Ray definitely Ray definitely making sure. Listen, it's a safe space over here. You know that you're not alone in whatever it is you've been through. Now, I ain't never did no, hardcore drugs or nothing like that. So I can't vouch for stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure somebody in this room have, somebody on YouTube have. I'm willing to tell you about it. I'm willing to tell you, like, hey, you've been through some shit in your life and you will never, it'll never magically disappear. You can give it to Jesus, your mama, Buddha, Allah, whoever. It's never gonna magically disappear. It'll still be there. You just gotta how to figure out how to move through your life with it. That's just like I was telling somebody, like, I love you enough to tell you the truth right now. And then you could deal with that. You could, oh, that shit hurt. I can't believe you told me that. You probably stopped speaking to me for a little minute, but you're going to process that hurt. And then once you think about it, you're going to be like, you know what? That's mad love. Like anybody that could look you in your face and tell you the honest to God truth, like, I know this is going to hurt your feelings, but whoop de wop wham. You need people like that in your life. You need it. I am so grateful to have people around me that's just blunt. Like before, people be like, oh, I'm blunt, but people like to sprinkle that sugar on top of that blunt. No, the people around me, they like, hey, listen. And even though I'm grown as hell, it still be like, damn, you could have sprinkled a little, but then I was like, no, thank you for not sprinkling because that I needed that to hurt so I can make up my mind, make that decision. Like, okay, listen, am I gonna continue on doing fucked up shit or am I gonna get my shit together? You loved me enough to let me know, hey, you slipping right here. And I appreciate that. People that come and let me know that I appreciate that. I'm 41. I'm never not like, hey, you can't tell me nothing. There's nothing you can show me, blah, blah, blah. I'm never like that. I'm not like that. I'm open to it because I know that the only way that I'm going to get better if I know. That's why I say use your words. The only way you know to do better, to get better is if you talk about it. If your mama treated you like shit, I keep talking about families because that's who we've been around our entire lives, our family. If your mama treated you like shit or treated y'all like shit, and then your siblings turn around and do fucked up shit to you, and then they expect you to just take it because we family, you don't have to take that. That's not love. You don't have to take that. Like we always try to say, "Oh, that's your family. Blood is thicker than water," and all this other shit. But sometimes it be your family be the first people to do shit to you. You go and start a business, your family be up in there like, "Can I get a discount? Can I get a discount?" Or they in there stealing. You family. All you got to do is I don't know. It's. I'm sorry, I had to slow down because there's so many thoughts going in my head right now. Because we talk about love. It's like your siblings supposed to love you, but they be behind your back snaking you quicker than the person on the outside. And then it's always, well, that's your fam. That's still your family. They might have did some fucked up shit to you. They might have stole your car, stole your Quest card. They probably, ran your social security number up, got your credit bad, but hey, that's still your family. You still supposed to. No, I'm not with that. Uh, in case y'all need a friendly reminder, we are currently surviving a global fucking pandemic. I'm not with none of that shit. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, my grandparents are all gone. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm living my life for me. For me. Like, I'm not living my life like I'm gay. I told y'all Jesus is my mama's favorite thing. Okay, I know the Bible. She raised me up at church. I know the Bible, but guess what? I'm not doing. I'm not living for my mama. I'm not living for that church. I'm not living for no religion. I'm living for me. I be happy every day, every time I wake up. When I come on here on social media, I'm not trying to put on for y'all. I'm not gonna say fuck y'all, but I'm gonna say this. I'm not trying to put on for y'all. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's like, oh yeah. That's not me. I'm gonna give you the real. What you see here, if I log off this fucking live, this is how I am on a daily basis. Like daily. I like to have conversations with the people around me. So y'all, if y'all been watching my YouTube, y'all probably see y'all probably see my nieces and nephews. Like that was having the big C and not being able to see the people that I love. That was hard for me because I'm used to seeing them all the time. Like all the time. but I haven't been able to see them in a while, like physically. Like I see them on FaceTime and stuff like that. We go back and forth, but physically touch them, like hold them, it did my heart good. Like I felt like the universe needed me to have this love in my life for this weekend. Because parents, let me talk to y'all for a minute, right? I don't know how. Like this is why I say kids love is so pure. Like that's like love, right? So when they came over, like okay, so my brother was like, I went to drop him by my mom's house, but the two oldest ones cried because they wanted to come to my house. So they come over my house, and we're here, and I did a video, and we're about to go back over there. So now I go back over there to my mom's house, and all three of them are there, and Bobo didn't see me. Like the two oldest ones got to see me, so they hugging me and they like, okay, I'm back here trying to prepare myself for Saturday Night Vibes. They like, no, could you come in there? So I'm they're attached to me. When I tell y'all they're attached, they're attached. So I go to my mom's house and Bobo comes around the corner. She's like clapping her hands like this, and she does like this for me to pick her up. I'm telling you, my heart just melted. Like I couldn't. I don't know how I don't know how parents do it. Like, how do you wake up and go to work? Maybe your child is asleep or something. Cause I don't know. I would never. That's why I would have to have an at-home job. Cause then they cry when I was like, I have to go home because I have to go on live. And they was like, but we want to go with you. And I was like, but I know I can't do a live with y'all here because who kids, parents, I congratulate y'all because I think it's I'm just getting old and I raised a bunch of kids, but now it's like these kids after like the pandemic era, they're a whole nother type of kid. But we don't that's enough about them. But I understand that kids love on a different level. Like I understand like a lot of adults have this thing when it comes to trust, right? We have this thing when it comes to trust. The crazy thing is we have it when it comes to trusting another human being, but we don't have it in that chair that we about to sit down in. We just automatically know that that chair is going to support us. We're going to go sit in that chair. We automatically think that our friends that we going to hang out with, like they got our back. We ain't even worried about it because, when we get into relationships, like I literally just told somebody this, right? When did social media become a determined factor in our relationships? Like, when did social media become the end all to be, oh, you got to be cheating or, oh, you doing this because these people are liking your posts? It's like, it's fucking social media. Like, hmm, that's what you're supposed to do on social media. So basically, what you're trying to tell me is that you don't want me to be on social media. Like, we're going to be a couple and we not going to be on social media. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. And my mouse is going out, so I just chose not to really read. I need a battery, but I tell you, like I be hearing people argue right now. It's like, who is this bitch that likes your? Who is this nigga that likes your? And I'm just looking like, are you really arguing with your spouse about, or your spouse, baby mama, baby daddy, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever it is, about social media? Like social media. Like, the whole purpose of you going on there and posting a status or a photo is so that somebody will like it, like, or comment or put heart, emoji with, like, are you really like basing the context of your relationship off of that? Like, I, I don't understand it. Maybe that's why I kind of have a thing about it because I don't understand it. Like me, it's like I don't. I'm gonna say this on my chest. I don't give a fuck about social media. I don't. I be on there. Like the only two social medias I really be on is Twitch and YouTube. These are the only two I be on, and that's because I can come and talk shit. I probably should be on those other things talking shit, but oh, I can't forget. I be on TikTok, and I only be on TikTok for some other reasons because TikTok is cool. TikTok is cool. But I don't be on there like that. I don't be on there trying to find my next boo, bae. I don't be on there trying to find nothing. I just be on there for entertainment purposes. That's all it is for me, entertainment purposes. I come here, talk about shit I wish people would have talked about with me, And over there, TikTok, I definitely be on there for entertainment purposes. It's so much entertainment. Like, if you're in a relationship and you feel like your mate is going to cheat on you with somebody on social media, you definitely don't need to be on social media. You definitely need to take time and go see a therapist. In case y'all didn't know, I'm going to always encourage therapy. Um, because sometimes Jesus and your mama and daddy just ain't enough. That's just my personal feelings. Because if you're giving something to Jesus 2 years ago and you still dealing with the same situation, I ain't even gonna put that on Jesus. I'm gonna say somewhere in those 2 years, you lost your common sense. Is what I'm gonna say. I'm only speaking for personal experience because somewhere in some of the years of my life, I lost common sense because I was trying to make shit to be what like in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, this is what love is. Oh, let me put this. If y'all could be so kind and take this love quiz right here. If you could take the love quiz, you probably always wonder like, why this motherfucker don't love me the way I want to be loved. It's probably because you don't even know how you want to be loved. You don't even know like I don't like when motherfuckers be buying me shit. I'd rather you spend time with me. Like I took the quiz and like acts of service is my number one, and then quality time. Like, cause I told her like I'm somebody that's been doing shit on my own since forever, like forever, ever. So if somebody come in and be like, "Hey, don't worry, you know what? I got the stuff. I got the bills this month." I'm gonna be like, "Oh, okay, for real." That ain't gonna make me think like you love me, but that will like help. It'll help. But you got to do more than that cuz I know I could pay my own bills. I've been doing that for quite some time. Just spend some time. Get to know me. Like I be on here and I be talking to y'all. I really be want to know y'all. Like I feel like I know Ray. I feel like I kind of know December weather and original, like all the people that's been here regularly. Like I feel like I kind of know y'all. Tamika, I feel like I kind of know y'all because y'all come here, y'all communicate, we talk. Some of us talk outside of YouTube. I watch y'all videos. If y'all got a channel, I watch y'all. So it's like I feel like I kind of got a little understanding of who you are, but I want you to come here and talk to me. That's why I have a whole room. Talk. You can if you want to come on the screen and talk about love and your experiences with love. And that's why I feel like too, right? We be experiencing shit and instead of us telling like our cousins, sisters, brothers, auntie, uncles, mamas, daddies, brothers, whoever, like telling the next person the shit that we went through so they don't have to go through that shit, we'd be like, nah, that motherfucker will find out. Or we be on social media looking at them, looking at the shit like, damn, that's fucked up. Somebody should keywords. Somebody should tell them. Somebody should tell her. Somebody should tell him. How come you can't be that somebody? That's literally why the fuck I have a YouTube channel. Literally. I just doing content planning this vlogtober. I'm vlogging every day. I gotta upload my vlog for today. Damn, I forgot. But I'm vlogging every day. And I just was thinking about like what direction do I want to take my YouTube in. I'm definitely here to talk about shit that nobody really talks about because I love y'all enough. No, you haven't even met me. You don't even know me. I love human beings enough to be like, I don't care if I have to tell y'all who I am, what I did, what happened to me in my life, just so you will know that you are not alone and you don't have to take the bullshit that people is giving you, then that's what I'll do. So you will know that you don't have to take the bullshit. That's not love. Love ain't gonna have you out here looking stupid. Sometimes it do, cause it ain't gonna have you out here looking stupid. I'm just gonna tell you that, cause love covers. Again, love is patient. Love is kind. If you are in a situationship and you ain't trying to work that shit out, the first thing that comes to your mind is let me go with a new chick or a new boo or a new whatever. You only adding more shit to the shit that you already got. Now you just walking around with a big pile of shit. I mean, it's 2021. You're surviving a global fucking pandemic. Could y'all believe that December will make 2 fucking years we've been dealing with this pandemic? I said to myself, back in 2020, I was like, I am so um I am so observant to the way that the times is moving. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of carrying around shit that don't have shit to do with me. Like when I went to therapy and it was like, you know what, that molestation that happened to you, it wasn't your fault. I was 8 fucking years old. What I look like with my barrettes and bobos and my lace socks saying, ooh, come get me, a grown ass man. No, that wasn't what I did. That was a grown person that lacked love and empathy and all of those things. So they found it in me. That wasn't my job. When my therapist told me that, I was like, shit, I've been carrying guilt around for so fucking long because I thought it was my fault. Like, I don't know, maybe my mama put the pink and white bows in my hair and that made me look real advertising. And then like when I was growing up in church, they would be like, cover your calves. So if you ever wonder why people wear those long blue jean skirts with the gym shoes or shit like that, it's because they say these things like people gonna get turned on from your calves and all of these little crazy shits that people be saying. So then in your mind, you like, okay, so I was carrying around so much guilt and shit that wasn't even mine. But I'm telling y'all, the moment I let that shit go, the moment myself was like, you do not love us. And I was like, what you mean? And they started listing all this shit that I was doing. And I was just like, hold the fuck up. I don't. I know you probably don't want to talk to yourself because people probably gonna say that you crazy, but I'm gonna tell you this: you definitely need to talk to yourself. You definitely. If somebody call you, like say a nigga call you, right? He ain't called you in a long time, or say a girl call you and they ain't called you in a long time, and then it's like after, especially, let's say they call you after 12 o'clock. Everybody know what happens after 12 o'clock. They ain't talked to you in a minute. You ain't seen them, they ain't talked to you in a minute, and then it's like, hey, what up? What you doing? Your mind and already told you. We already know you on foolishness. Your mind said that. It probably didn't say those words. It probably was like, what the fuck this insert part word here won't. Guarantee your mindset is then you look at the clock, you do that. You pick up your phone or you look at the phone and it's a text. You look at the clock and be like, what the fuck is you texting me at? We've all done said it before. Cause our bodies, we all know what that is. We already know. We already know. It was that for me. It was just like, you don't want to do that, but you do that because you don't want to tell people no. You don't want to hurt people's feelings. You don't want to do it. And I was like, but I get my feelings hurt all the time. Right. We get our feelings hurt all the time, but you be more caring more about other people's feelings, but don't care about yourself. And I was like, oh, fuck that. So when I went on this journey and then I caught the big C, I was like, oh, definitely no, fuck that. And I made it my business. I had already said I was gonna come here and talk about the shit that happened in my life to let y'all know that you're not alone. To let you know, like, hey, if you got some questions, feel free to ask. And I'm with all the shits. I'm with I'm with all the shits. If you bring it to me, I used to be one of those people like, I loved silently. Like I would I would love people and I would just, be over here on the sidelines. I love silently and shit, fucked up shit. When I tell y'all a lot of fucked up shit happened to me in my life, fucked up shit happened to me. And I would just be silent and I would never say nothing. But then I was like, you know what? It's the silence that's killing me. You see what I'm saying? It's that silence that's killing you. Somebody done did some fucked up shit. It's that silence that's killing you. That silence in the back of your head where you start talking to, you probably watching this live right now. I done tricked something I said, done triggered you. Like my mama did put the cable bill in my name and then I got older and trying to fix my fucking credit. Now I got a $700 cable bill in my name. You know that shit hurt. Now, dare you go tell your mama about that $700 cable bill right now. I'm guaranteed your mama gonna be like, either your mama gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna help you pay it. But 9 times out of 10, because older people in their life be like, well, I did the best I can, and you used the cable and you did. They try to make you it's guilt. I don't deal with guilt. I'm not here to tell y'all my story so y'all feel guilty so y'all be out here living better lives. No, I'm here to tell you my story to say, hey, I'm 41 fucking years old. I done been loved. I done been hated. I'm currently being hated right now. Anyway, loved. I done been hurt. I done laughed. I wish people would have told me a lot of shit, and I'm not gonna say that could have like it would have helped me on my journey through life. Like I'm grateful for my grandmother from 0 to 15, but she passed away, and then I felt like I needed an older person to tell me. Like I needed that. I needed that to be like, hey, yeah, you got molested, but you are better than that. like somebody gonna come along and love you. That's not you. Like that happened to you. That is not you. Yes, you were raped. Yes, you were taken advantage of. That's not you. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to feel like people won't love you. People won't see the beauty in you. You don't have to do that. I wish somebody would have told me that, because then I probably wouldn't have been half out here looking for love and all kinds of countless shit, because I was like, my interpretation of love was distorted. It was distorted. And then when I came to understand that the greatest love that I sought was the love of myself, I began to sleep more. Not like I was depressed, but I began to sleep because I began to realize that I wasn't even fucking sleeping. I began to eat properly. Like, not fast food all the time, or not just cooking heavy meals and then going to sleep. Like, I began to sleep and eat properly. I began to monitor what I would take into my ear gates, to my spirit, to my mind. I began to monitor all that. I don't want to be around people who's not going up. I don't want to be on the ground plucking with chickens, and I'm clucking with chickens, and I'm a eagle. I'm up here. I'm flying. I want to be up here with the people that's flying. I've been down there long enough. If you are African American, you've been down there long enough. Don't you want to get on the top, like up there where you don't you want to get up there? That's all I'm gonna say. Don't you want to get up there? Like, I'm tired of being down here. I'm tired of being, I ain't good enough to be nothing more than a CNA or a lash technician on a daycare. Like, that's all. When people think about black women, that's like what they think about we gonna do. Like, there is engineers out here, there's small business. We're more than that. And if that's your job, I appreciate you, because I definitely couldn't be a CNA. I already knew that. I knew I went to take the I knew it wasn't for me. Mm-mm. You have a special kind of heart, and thank you for that. I want to say thank you for that. That's a special kind of love. Like, you really love your job, and I appreciate you for that. Other people in this world might not see how hard y'all work, and what kind of love it takes for you to take care of some. I love you and I appreciate you for that. But that's just, we are more than just that. Like, you are more than just that. You probably doing that as your way to become an LPN, a RN, or whatever, the elemental P's, whatever. But you're going here. You see where my hand is? You can't even see my hand, right? Because it's up there. Too long we've been right here. Or some of us has been under there, because we don't want to achieve greatness. When I said to myself I don't love myself, right? There's a bunch of things that I wanted to do in life. There's a bunch of places I wanted to go. There's just so many things I wanted to do, but I kind of put that on the back burner, because it was like, I didn't want I cared too much about other people. I'm gonna just say that I cared too much about other people. I cared too much about other people, what they thought, how they was gonna interpret what I was doing. So I feared being successful, because I didn't want the people around me to feel like they weren't successful also. I'm all about community, all about team. This is what I was. Now I'm just like, if you looking at me accomplishing my dreams, sharing the knowledge and the resources that I am obtaining with you as as anything other than um a light, a hand up, a leg up, then there's not anything wrong with me. There's something wrong with you. And we're here to talk about the shit where it's like we have a distorted view of life. So of course we're not gonna look at love the same. Like, you're in a situation and you know this motherfucker out here cheating on you, or she cheating on you, or he or she or whoever it is cheating on you, and you still in the same situation thinking that, oh, one day they're gonna wake up and stop cheating on me. The reality of it is they don't want to be there, or they just using you like you using them. And at the end of the day, y'all could just be by yourself. Hmm. I tell you, boy. Sorry, y'all. I just laughed at this. I just laughed at the person that was in here, but they're no longer in here anymore. Sad, but that's this kind of stuff that happens. Me coming here to YouTube and think that I won't get hate. Like, that's something that's bound to happen. Cause like y'all could probably still see on the screen, maybe not. I'm black. I'm gay. I grew up in church. I'm talking about shit that half of the people on YouTube not talking about unless they like spiritual gurus getting money for it to speak about it. I've been molested as a child. I had issues with alcohol. I mean, like I'm giving y'all real life shit. Of course, I be, let me tell you, all right. I started working out on live because I started watching workout videos, right? And I'm looking at these workout videos and I'm like, where the fuck is all the big girls at? Like, where is the big girls that's working out? I know we work out. I see us at the gym all the time. Where we at? And I'm looking at YouTube and I was like, no, I'm gonna start working out. I'm a big girl. I don't listen. I'm a big girl. I'm a thick, big, yeah, I'm a big girl. And I work out. I don't People make fun of me all the time. You think I'm gonna stop working out because you feel like my stomach is fat? Duh, that's what the fuck I'm working out for. You oh, your hair. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like it's like people do shit like that to try to get you don't get up under my skin. I'm just gonna say so and you're fat. So and hence the reason you're on my live where I'm working out uh put one and two together. Why is she working out on live? That's because I want to encourage other thick women, thick, plus size, whatever you call yourself. It's okay for you to work out at home. Sometimes you don't want to go to the gym because you know those chicks up in there be even like when I was telling y'all, when I was looking at YouTube, I was like, where's the big girls working out? So I went and got me some workout clothes. I had a idea goal, weight goal I wanted to get in, not just because I wanted to lose weight, but because, you know, I need to tone and thicken up a little bit. I'm already thick. I just need to be. And so then I started working out and it was like, ooh, this is kind of nice. And I started juicing and it was like, ooh. And my body was like, yes, this is what we need. I don't be on Facebook because you know when you start scrolling on Facebook, it really be like a real life drama. Then it'd be like my baby daddy, my baby mama, somebody done died, some man done killed a woman because she didn't want to be with him. Some lady done killed her kids because some man done killed his whole wife, his whole family because the other lady didn't want to be with him. That's too much for me. That's too much negative energy. That's just too much. And so my body was like, we don't need that. We already spent a lot of our time with that kind of shit. So we want something else. So I was like, you know what? I started meditating, I started doing yoga, I started juicing, eating better, sleeping. I'm telling you, I be taking naps. Now I don't know if you take a nap. You know, when you was in your 20s or 30s or your teens, you was like, man, I don't get tired. I don't sleep on none of that. You thought that was cool. But I'm gonna tell you, when you cross over in 40 and you be like, I'm gonna take a nap. Oh my God, it'd be the best. Oh, it'd be the best. And then I wake up with energy. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to kill everything. Not like literally kill, but like I'm ready to get through the rest of my day. I'm ready to set out more content. I'm ready to do all of that because I've got to the point now where I understand that your body needs to sleep. If you are a young person and you're watching this, I love you enough to tell you that you need to get some sleep. Fuck that 24-hour stand up all like that. You need to get some sleep because your body needs to rejuvenate. Your body needs to heal itself. And the only way it could do it is if you sleep, you rest. I will tell you to sleep, but if you just rest, if you just sit down for a few minutes, you don't got to be out there all the time. I mean, we in a global fucking pandemic. What you doing out there anyways? Probably ain't got no mask on. Probably ain't. Anyways, we talking about love. All of that shit I'm saying out of love. Ain't that funny how people be trying to do it? I said all of that out of love. Everything I'm saying tonight is I love you enough to tell you, right? Listen to your heart. I was about to quote some song lyrics. Listen to your heart because your heart will tell you. When you think about love, right? Is it the kind of love that somebody showed you, like your last relationship is like? Are you one of those people that like compare relationships? Like for me, the whole thing of it is I told y'all about my parents because I wanted to know like how could you bring a child into this world and not love him or her and care enough about them to make sure that they are okay? How do you do that? How do you make the decision to bring a child here and not care what the fuck happens to them? How? Why? That's my question. That's my why. How do you being in a relationship with somebody and you look at them and then you loving them and then you go and cheat on them and then you knowing that you cheat on them and you come back to them and now it's because you feel like the grass is greener over there. Now you got to treat them like shit because you want to go over there and you don't realize that over there looks sweet. It looks sweet. It look good. I got somebody else on me right now, so I'm gonna go over here. Then you get over there and see that Instagram filter of life wasn't shit. They can't cook, they can't clean, they don't got no. Now you stuck. But here's what you this is what you should do as an adult. Love is the ability to hold yourself accountable. If you do some fucked up shit to somebody, hold yourself accountable and go and talk to that person. And oh my God, Original Ray, you got a photo. Sorry. I be noticing people who got photos. Sometimes I'll be paying attention to people who don't got photos or be talking shit. But Original Ray, that's not you. Because you be here all the time. But when you make a fucking mistake, own that shit. Own it. Own it. That's a part of love. Loving yourself. If you say you love somebody and you do some fucked up shit to them, if you are a parent and you know you accuse your child of something and you blamed your child for doing something and you know that you was wrong, I ain't telling you to well, I am telling you. I'm telling you to go and apologize to your child. I'm telling you to go and apologize to your child. And you're like, what the fuck? They my child needs to you don't know how that apology will affect them. Like it will change the course of their life because their parents was wrong and they apologized. Because we all had that moment where our parents accused us of doing something and I know you were wrong and you know you were wrong, but you never said anything. So now every time an adult tell me to do something, what I'm gonna do? Fuck you. You know you wrong. You know you did. It's a cycle. It's a bunch of cycles that we be creating, and we don't even have to do that. I'm gonna say this one more time. I don't know if you noticed or not, but we are currently surviving a global fucking pandemic. And if you are living for your mama, you're wasting time. If you're living for your daddy, you're wasting time. If you're living for anybody other than yourself, if you're a parent and you do not have yourself together, if you're not taking stock in the things that you've been through in your life, if you're not pulling yourself together, you are doing your kids a great disservice. Why? Because you have things that you haven't dealt with and now you are indirectly passing those on to your children, and that's how you create generational curses. Boom. Mic drop. No, I'm just playing. But it's loving. It's loving your child, loving your family members, loving people enough to say the shit that needs to be said, ask the questions that need to be asked, hugging each other. Like, of course, we're in a global pandemic, so but hugging each other, telling your mother, telling your father, telling people that you actually fucking love them. You love them. I love. I'm gonna tell you, like my brother called me. He's like, my nephew. My other brother. I have who brothers. So my brother took my nephew Mateo. Y'all probably seen him on the channel. He took him to the bleh, barbershop to get his hair cut. Soon as my nephew got out the chair, he FaceTimed me. My brother was like, "Who is you talking to?" He's like, "I'm talking to my TT. I wanted to see my haircut." I'm sitting over here bawling because I was like, he didn't even get all the way out the chair. He wanted me to see his haircut. And so he was like, "Do you like it, TT?" And I was like, "Oh my God, you are the most handsomest." And he was like, he did his lining like this. He's like, "Yeah, I know, TT. I just wanted you to see it." I'm telling you, that does something to me. Or my oldest nephew calling me is like, "TT, you at home?" Yep. And then next thing I know, he walking up my stairs. Like, I just wanted to come by and see how he was doing. It's like they know, like, I love them. I love them. And we have conversations about all kinds of things. And then when I have a conversation with them, see, I'm not that type of adult where I will have a conversation with your child and I won't tell you what your child told me. I'm, especially because I know my brothers, but I make sure that I tell their parents what is going on with them. Now, you as a parent, it's up to you to do something with it, but I let anybody know. I don't tolerate disrespect, whether it is kids, adults, anybody. I don't tolerate it at all. I'm sorry. I'm not fucking sorry. I come from an era where disrespect was not tolerated. These new people, these new, They'll disrespect you, your mama, your grandma. I definitely don't tolerate disrespect when it comes to the senior citizens, the elders. No, that's definitely not a no. I don't even. All my grandparents is dead, but if I see you disrespecting your grandma, now some grandmas be, but at the same time, you don't gotta disrespect her. She hey, paved the way. I don't know. It's just disrespect that get. Sorry, I'm all disrespected. Be getting relationships. If you know that that's your baby mama, I don't give a fuck. That's still your baby mama. That's still your baby daddy. Your kids got to hear that. You might not be saying it to their face. You probably in the other room talking to your bro or your sis on the phone, and you talking about your kids hear that. You probably don't think your kids do hear that, but love your kids enough to keep that shit to yourself or tell somebody when your kids is not there, because the things that you say, the things that you do, your kids hear that. Your kids see you talking about their daddy or their mama, or your kids see you talking about their kids see shit like that. So we got to be mindful. Like that's why I said, as an adult, as a parent, if you haven't dealt with the shit that is going on the inside of you, you will be inclined to pass that indirectly onto your kids. Like you ever wonder how kids are going to school being bullies? The shit they learn at home. That's why everyone I be talking about the shit, like our foundation. Our foundation is our households. We learn how to love other people, be friends with other people, how to treat other people from our household. If you in your household and you getting beat up by your brother so that they can make you tough, you gotta be a man. I don't want you to be out here being soft. In your mind, now you thinking I gotta go out here and rough other people up because that's what it means to be a man. This whole notion of men can't fucking cry. That's why men are out here doing the half of the shit they doing. They don't want to, man, bro, that's weak. You out here crying, that's weak, bro. No, the reality of it is you need to fucking cry. You know that time when your brother beat you up and then made you feel like shit in front of his friends because he was trying to beat you up and teach you a lesson? You need to fucking cry. You need to fucking cry. You need to let those tears out. My grandmother told me one time, she's like, don't hold the tears in because you're only holding in hurt, anger, pain, all of that shit. Your body don't need that in there. And I was like, that makes sense. So for the last fucking years, last fucking year, this October into this now, I just been letting that shit go. Crying. I'm telling you, like you ever get that ugly cry and it just be like, man, I am so fucking ugly. But I feel better. Like you ever cried and went to sleep after you cry? That is the best sleep ever. And then when you wake up, I don't be thinking like, what the fuck was I crying for? I was like, damn, if I would have known crying was gonna let me, process that, I would have been fucking cried. But I'm over here like, that's why I knew like when my life got to the place that it wasn't like, ooh, let me fucking blame her. Cause no, it's like, let me look at myself. I'm gonna look at myself on this one. Cause I was about to be 41. I was like, fuck this. 40 fucking years? Th- 40 fucking years? And I've been carrying around this shit for like the largest majority of my life. No, I'm fucking letting it go. I was molested. I lost my ability to walk and talk. All kinds of shit happened to me. And guess what? I wish somebody would have just said, like, you know what? Um, your life isn't gonna be peaches and cream. Your life is gonna throw some fucking curveballs at you. Like you hear people like this analogy right here just be making me so fucking mad when people like, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I'm like, fuck that. That's the only thing I can make with lemons. Don't they got lemon cough drops, antiseptic, cookies, cakes, pies, shit, lemon stuff to wipe off boards? Yeah, I'm making all kinds of lemon shit. I'm not just gonna be stuck to just making lemonade. Who the fuck drinks lemonade? It's 2021. People drinking all kinds of shit. I'm gonna put some mangoes in my lemonade, some strawberries. I'm gonna make something beyond just lemonade. Don't just try to put me in a life gives you lemon, make lemonade box. No, fuck that. I'm making everything I ever wanted to make. When I thought about the fact that I didn't love myself and I had a goal. I had a goal and I didn't I kept putting my goal off. I kept pulling my goal off. I kept pulling my goal off, and I was just like, I know I want to do it, and I'm doing stuff towards my goal, but I'm not doing it at the level that I know that I could be doing. And one day, it hit me, and it was like the whole little thing I just said to y'all a few minutes ago, but y'all probably wasn't here. Y'all probably wasn't listening, so I'm gonna say it again. Are you really doing it for yourself, or are you doing it for other people? And I was like, I'm doing it for. And I was like, in actuality, I'm doing it for me. I can't live for my mama because she's 60 years old. She lived her life. What I look like 40 trying to live for my mama. What you look like 25, 18, 30, whatever age you are trying to live for your parents. They already lived their life. You trying to go to school and study something that they want you to study when in reality you the one got to pay them student loans back. You the one got to live that life. You got to do it. What is love? Love is the ability to wake up every morning and be yourself. What is love? Love is the ability to see yourself in the mirror and love every part of you. Big, small, short, tall, skinny, black, white, pink, purple, whatever. Whatever you see looking back at you is that. To know that you are bigger than your circumstances. Yes, you were raped, but you are bigger than just being a rape victim. And I'm not saying it like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like you are more than that. Somebody will love you, somebody will care about you, somebody will treat you how you are supposed to be treated. And that's with love. Yeah, you used to be out here whoop de wop winning. At the end of the day, everybody deserves love. Everybody. If you think about kids, right? People be like, I'm the mama, I'm the daddy, or whatever. But kids don't know that. Kids don't be like, oh, mama, daddy. They don't know that. They just know that you care for them. They feel safe with you. That's why they be there. They be happy to see you because you provide them with safety and love. If we think about that, right? We go to people, we love our grandparents because they provided us with safety and love. Think about it, right? The person you with, if you were walking down the street, do you feel safe with them? Do you feel like they would actually protect you? We got to start thinking about shit like that. What is love? Love is the ability to be patient and understand that other people are not you. Love is the ability to um compromise in situations where two people just don't get it. And you know what, Original Ray, that is the best journey ever. It is the best. It is the best journey ever. Like I didn't even know like I needed to take a journey of healing. I mean, a self-discovery. I don't even know where that came from. I just know on October 7th, 2020, when I decided to come back after taking September off. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I paid attention because I went and took a lot of the videos, deleted a lot of the videos that was on my channel, and I'm starting fresh. If y'all been paying attention, I'm starting fresh. I got new stuff. I'm doing new things. And I went back and looked, and on October the 7th, 2020 is when I came back to YouTube and was like, I'm just going to be me. I'm going to be open. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be that person for me that I wish somebody would have been. I'm going to be that person. I'm going to have a safe space. That's why it's called the closet. You can come here. You could talk about if you got any topic you want to talk about, you don't want to put it out there like that's what you want to talk about. Hey, hit me up. I'm down to talk about it. You see, I ain't afraid to talk about shit. I talk about the pastor of the church molesting me. I talk about people being killed because they don't want to talk to people. I talk about all kind of shit. I ain't never been Never. They ain't never been me to be scared. Now I was silent only because I was thinking about others. See, that's what I'm saying. I was silent only because I was thinking about other people. Like I didn't want them to be looked at a certain way. I didn't want them. And then it dawned on me. It was like, but here I am being silent and I'm being the one that's like, and I was like, no, fuck that. I'm going to open my fucking mouth and I'm going to speak. And so I'm speaking. And if you don't like what I have to say, there's a chat there where you could type it in there and you can also come on screen. Just let me know you want to come on screen. I'll bring you on screen. I ain't never been afraid to have a conversation with anybody. Never. My mother and my father, those was two of the hardest conversations. Those was two of the hardest conversations I've ever had to have in my life outside of the ones with myself. So it's my mother, and my father. Those are the three conversations that was really hard for me to have. I'm telling you, when you like Original Ray, I'm pretty sure you know that this journey is not easy. You have to tell yourself shit that you probably was like, hmm, when you go on that journey of self-discovery, and you deal with the shit, like you don't toss it in the back of your head. You actually sit there and fucking deal with the fact that you were with somebody was only with you because you had the money and you was putting it out there and you thought they was really in love with you. Mm, no, they was just using you. When you actually sit in that and you just like, damn, I can't even believe a player like me, nah. You be real with it. It hurts. Like when you tell yourself the truth. I was telling somebody, I said it's so easy for us to tell other people the truth. And I'm doing this because we feel like we be telling people the truth, but we still be some form of way lying because we don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, nobody else's feelings. I'm gonna tell you what I need to tell you. Period. Because at the end of the day, I would rather hurt your feelings right up front, look you in your face, tell you the truth. You see, I'm looking at the camera. I will look you in your face and tell you the truth, and you be hurt for that. However long it take, you probably stop talking to me, and then you come back and you be like, "Man, I know I didn't like the way that you told me that, but I appreciate that." Then for me to look you in your face, fucking lie to you, now you a little hurt because you know I'm fucking lying, and then later on down the line you find out that it is a lie, and now you really hurt because you're like, "Damn, I can't believe you lied to me." Yeah, I ain't never been one for lies because you gotta keep track of too much shit. I'd rather just tell you the truth. Hey, this is what it is, and it's just that I can not sugarcoating anything. I'm gonna tell you the truth because yeah. And when you think about love, right, you have to love yourself enough to tell yourself the truth. You have to love yourself enough to hold yourself accountable. I'm sorry, I keep burping. Accountability is what's lacking right now. Accountability, responsibility. It was just like those things just got overlooked. Like we taught you how to look good for the gram. We taught you how to create a YouTube page. We taught you all of this shit, how to look fly, how to go stand in line for Jordans, how to buy designer glasses, how to make sure you got your Gucci, you got to make sure you wear your belt. All we taught you all of that, but we didn't teach you how to be accountable. We didn't tell you like, hey, make sure your rent, your light, your gas, your life insurance, all this shit is paid up before you out here buying those Jordans or before you out here flexing for the grand. We not telling you that. We not telling you like if you do some fucked up shit to somebody, think about it, right? I used to ask people all the time, right? Like especially guys I know that was like running through the streets. I told you I grew up around brothers. Hey, hey. I'm just gonna say if you got brothers, you know. All of those, and then they turn around and like they have kids and then they have girls. And then it's like, can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure, but I already know what you're gonna ask me. Well, I'm gonna ask you anyways. When you had a daughter, was it immediate that you start thinking about all the things that you was gonna tell your daughter so she don't end up with somebody like you? Or like was it gradually? Or did you even care? And the majority of the times people are like the first moment I held her in my arms, I already knew what I was gonna teach her. The first moment I laid eyes on her, I already knew. But then it was like, why did it take you having a daughter to realize that? Like, what is it where we have to have multiple sex partners? What is that? Like, when did it become non-sacredable? I'm making up shit. When did it come where it was cool to like have multiple partners? Like, I know we are currently in a global fucking pandemic, but it's like people forget about STD and like how AIDS is really high amongst um African American women and how like gonorrhea and all of these different diseases didn't magically disappear because Big C came. No, they're still here. Like people just have an insatiable appetite for sex. Like, oh, I just need to go and do this when it's like, but what about what happens after? Like for that split moment, I know everybody be talking about hours, minutes, all of that stuff, but that split time, let's just put in that split time frame, right? After that happens, where is your life going after that? Like, and I say that because I watched the trial. I be watching all kinds of stuff because I be trying to figure out, I'm not ready to date right now, but I feel like I am on the journey to getting there. So I'm saying this because I be watching all kinds of shit, right? And I just watched this guy 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago. I'm telling you about something that happened 5 years ago because he just got sentenced like last week, earlier this week. He just got sentenced in the last couple of weeks. So he was dating people off of an app, right? And they well, he said dated, they said it was a lot. So he was hooking up with people on an app, and those people that went to hook up with him never made it back home. And they never made it back home because he disposed of them. And I started to think to myself, okay, that was one story. Then you had the one young girl that was in Florida and the maintenance man. Then you have Gabby. Then you have all of these different stories. Like we just keep going. And I'm just like, oh, I don't think I'm ready to date. And I started looking at like people. Like I started paying attention, not to their social medias or anything like that, just people. Like anyone that gets mad, I'll say this again, anyone that gets mad at someone about social media, you had problems before social media. Social media is just a crutch that you use to try to deal with the problems that you have before social media, when you should probably deal with the problems. Um, Listen, I was upset that they had a whole video of him looking in the camera, talking to them, saying that you were the person that did it, and nobody did. See, that's that thing for me. He out there trying to help them find her when, sir, see, that's that thing for me. That's that thing. Like that's why I immediately told my family. I was like, if y'all already know, if y'all don't hear from me in 5 hours, I be texting and FaceTime and I be everybody. Not occasionally, like everybody. Every day I'm sending something. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm hoping you having a good evening. I'm sending something to somebody. So if you don't see me post, don't listen. Like people that watch my YouTube and my Twitch, hey, what's going on? You ain't posting. Of course, I really couldn't say anything because I was in the state that I was in. But y'all notice. Y'all noticed that I wasn't here. Y'all noticed, and I appreciate y'all for noticing that. I wish mm-mm. And I started thinking about the whole Gabby girl case, right? And I was like, that was her fiance. They went on a trip. He came back with her vehicle and she was living in the house with him and his parents. Let's start there. They went on a vacation in her vehicle. He came back without her in the vehicle. And the family didn't think to call her family to say, hey, they had to find out on the hey, see, that just what I'm saying. Is that I'm saying, but I'm not saying, but y'all know what I'm saying. Is that for me? I'm I'm good being single right now. I'm good. I don't have time to deal with other people's insecurities. I know I just said love is patient and love is kind. Yes, it is. It is. But the reality of other adults wanting to take accountability for their actions, that's why I'm here. Because I want to love you to the point where you start taking accountability for your actions, right? If you know you did some fucked up shit to somebody, admit that you did that fucked up shit and resolve that. Don't just be out here doing fucked up shit to multiple people and then say, well, hurt people, hurt people. At what point do you realize that you are hurt? And that's the thing. When this is the only thing why I'm saying that, because everybody hurt people. You fucking know that you hurt. So when do you start getting help for the hurt that you have experienced? When do you do that? You just feel like, oh, because somebody hurt me, I could go out here and hurt somebody else. And then you know what I'm gonna use? Hurt people, hurt people. That's like your mama or your family member telling you, well, Uncle Pete molested me too, but look how I turned out. Look how you fucking turned out. Had you told somebody that Uncle Pete told you, let me stay right here, right? Families, right? Families be knowing that people be doing some fucked up shit in their families, but the love that they have for their family and making sure that their family dynamics is okay. And I'm doing this because families be having fucked up shit happen to them too. Like, you know, your Uncle Pete, you know, people, your grandmama knew that your granddaddy was molested. Somebody in the family got to stand up. Somebody. I know you probably don't want it to be you because you don't want your family to cut you off. You don't want them not to pay your bills, or you don't want them to not invite you to the Christmas. You don't even want to go to the fucking Christmas and Thanksgiving anyways. Thank you, Zero Bobcat or Cat Bob. I read that wrong, but thank you. You know you don't want to be around them people anyways. You don't even take your kids around them people. You don't even take your kids around them people. We got to start doing. I'm gonna say it like this, right? If you can't do it, if you don't have the courage to do it for yourself, if you have kids, if you have nieces and nephews that are younger than you, do it for them. Do it for them. Find the courage within yourself to stand up for them. Think about it, right? Who the fuck stood up for you? When you told your grandma, your mama, whoever you told, that Uncle Pete, Auntie Sue, the pastor, the reverend, the doctor, the deacon, your teachers, because sometimes teachers be up in there too. Anybody that touched you and nobody did anything, think about how that made you feel, right? This is love. I love you enough to pose these questions to you. Think about how that made you feel, right? Now imagine that same thing happened to somebody. Like people always be like, man, I would kill a motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna say this, and I know some people are gonna feel some kind of way. Everybody was all up in arms about, Mr. Um 12 play, Mr. Him. Everybody was all up in arms, but we all know somebody. Uncles, cousins, aunties. We all know somebody like that. In our families right now today, we all know somebody like that. What are we doing about it? Is it still cool because it's uncle, uncle still cool, or auntie? Like, what are we doing about it? Like, I'm talking about this day, talking to people that are in high school. Like, this day, talking to people. I'm not talking about people that's like grown I'm talking about people that's to this day hanging around high schools and middle schools. What you doing about them? Uncle Pete still touching people. What you doing about Uncle Pete? It's cool because it's a celebrity and we can who they should have been. But at the end of the day, these people are closer to you. Your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, your family members, they're closer to you. What are you doing about it? Me? Shell, what you doing about it? I'm addressing it. I'm calling it out like it is. I'm helping assisting people in filing the proper papers that they need to file. Um Again, I am here to be that voice that I wish somebody would have been for me. I wish somebody would have been like, girl, you could go over here and say, I wish somebody would have told me that when I was younger, when it was like fresh, it was still happening. I would have been over there, been singing like a mockingbird. Cause I'm telling all these adults over here and they ain't doing shit. And you know why they ain't doing shit? Because, he's a pastor. It's like, touch not thy anointed, do thy prophet no harm. It's a whole big old thing around it. Like, maybe the person who molested you or did something to you is like the head of the Fortune 500 company, or they own the company, or whatever. That don't mean shit because they can fall just like the regular person can fall. That should be all the more reason why. Because think about how many other people that they took advantage of just like you. Love. Love will make you say, I don't want anybody else to experience this. So I'm going to just talk about the shit that happened to me. And if you find the courage to Come out if you find it's this week is going to be National Coming Out Day, and I want to encourage you if you are still in the closet, come on out. We are having so much fun out here. It's not just for fun, but you deserve to be happy. You deserve to live your best fucking life. We are experiencing a global fucking pandemic with new variants, new vaccines. There's a such thing as called breakthrough, big C. And if you go look that up and you realize what that is, why the fuck would you name it breakthrough? Why the fuck is it named breakthrough? I just I started to think when I first heard, I was like, oh, breakthrough. You know, like in church, they'd be like, you struggling with something and then God touch you and then you get a breakthrough. I mean, you come through something. And then I started thinking about breakthrough, big C. And I was like, but wait, how is it that you said, hmm, that's neither here nor there for me. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that I keep my hands washed, my mask on, my gloves on. I'm still rocking with all of that. All of that. Because if you haven't had it, I don't want you to get it. It's the worst fucking thing ever. Ever. And I done been through some shit in my life, but that was the worst. Terrible. Terrible. Then you think about, right? Think about in the last year. How many people you lost, how many friends you lost, and then we think about loss. Like we think about loss. I was thinking about loss like I was thinking about it from a negative perspective, right? And then I only thought about loss because when you think about loss, what do you think about? Death, right? But when you think about loss, it could be a blessing, right? I thought about the loss of the love of my life. And while I was sad with all of that, I was so excited. I was so excited at the adventure that I have been on since it happened. I'm so excited that I can see who I was while I was with them. I could see who I was before them. I could see who I was with them, and I see who I am becoming after them. Like it took that happening to me for me to stand in the light and in the position that I am standing in right now. So sometimes loss isn't sad. Sometimes loss needs to happen so that we can realize our truest potential. Ooh. 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 I lost I lost a lot of people to COVID. I lost someone so dear to me. Their birthday is coming up and I'm gonna do a whole big thing on my YouTube for them. Um I definitely am. Um it's so different. It's so different. It's like you be thinking like um I told somebody you think you have forever. Like in our minds we think we have forever. Like, oh, I'll just do that tomorrow or I'll do that later on. But you never know when you're going to take your last breath. You never know. You never know. Like I literally when I looked at the Sunday before I went, shoo, when I came and I was like, "Hey y'all." I was all cool. I was cool with it too. Like, "Hey y'all, um it's not gonna be a Sunday night dinner in Convo." I was cool. I was cool. I was like cool. I was good. Like okay. I'm good. I'm just gonna go lay down. And I went and lay down, and it was just like it just gripped me, and that was different. That was definitely different. And as I was cleaning up my YouTube page, and I saw that, and I sat there for a moment, and I watched it. I watched it like I think it was like 7 times. I watched it, and I was just like, damn, that could have been my last video. And even while even in the midst, let me tell you how much I love people, right? Even in the midst of me on my bed of affliction, as the church people would say, I thought to myself, I said, did I make sure did I tell everyone what I wanted to say to them? That was all I could think about. Did I say everything I wanted to say to the people I wanted to say? And then I thought and I said, I did. And then it was one person I had to say something to. Then I got up on my bed the second or the third time I sat up in a chair and I was just like, hey, I got to let you know this. And then once I did that, I felt so much better. There's something about when you let stuff go, like not like, ooh, get over it, but like when you let it go, when you talk about it, you accept it, you acknowledge it, you accept it, and then you adjust from it. Like I accepted where I've been in this last year. October the 7th, 2021 made a year for me that I've been wow. I didn't even put that together. I didn't even put that together. Sorry, y'all. It be like that sometimes. Like it's made a whole year that I've been on YouTube since after that. And I just thought like I could have just been like, you know what, I'm taking a break from YouTube because I have to go heal or I have to go do this. And then I just thought about all the people like on my time. I got a lot of friends. I got a lot of people on my timelines, right? And I be looking at my timeline, it's like I don't see no real shit. See no real. I see like my baby daddy, baby mama drama, and I see all that shit, but I don't see like real shit. Like, what are you gonna do? You talking shit about your baby daddy today, but if the child support come in, or he come pick up little baby, or she come pick up, it's gonna be different. But like real life shit, like tell me some real life shit. Like tell me that. So when I started, like I was looking for people that like survived the big C and like was sharing their stories, and like I wasn't seeing anybody. I was seeing people that was encourage you to go, get the poke. But I wasn't seeing anybody that was like, "Hey, I didn't have one of those newsworthy I didn't have one of those experiences. This is the kind of shit I had." Like, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that because I don't know if y'all know it or not, but it's real. Like it's real, and it affects everybody differently. And that's the thing that I don't think that people was telling people. Like it affects you differently. Like it affected me totally different than it affected my father and my mother. Because when I think about it, like I had it, my father had it, my mother had it. Um, my brother, my little brother had it. So like we all kind of like, but it affected us all differently. And then I feel like I'm still grieving that part of some stuff associated to that. So I'm still grieving that. And I just thought like I had, like I felt guilty. Like, like how come I'm still alive and my friend isn't here anymore? I mean, like he's I'll tell y'all more about that. I'm still grieving that. It's still emotional for me. And it hits in a different place. It just hits in a totally different place. And I found myself saying, damn, all the fucked up people in the world, and then you just taking all the good people. Like you like, hey, you a good person. Come on. And people aren't good, or we all have the things that we do, but it's just like, damn, they didn't bother nobody. He was cool. And just to think about, like, he's not fucking here. Like, I talked to his mom last week, and I sent her. I was cleaning off. I'm telling you, I've been cleaning, been getting rid of shit that does not serve me. You probably need to do this too. It's the fall. It's the fourth quarter. We got a couple more weeks left in 2021. It's like 13, 12 weeks left, I guess, in 2021. And I just been getting rid of shit. So I found the old hard drive that I had. Um, and he used to sing. He used to pump my head up so all the time. Like I don't care who you were, he was gonna pump your head up and make you think like you was just God's gift to the greatest earth ever. So I was sing, and I was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling this, but can you sing this song for me? And so he would sing it, and like I would demo it out, and then he would sing it. And he would put so much passion into it. It was just crazy. But I was shared the songs that he sung at my house that I recorded. That's why I be recording everything, because you never know. I shared the songs with his mom that we recorded. I shared some videos, some video footage of us just hanging out, and it was just like, oh my god, you're just watching old videos and just laughing. Like, I really remember that. I literally remember that day and what we were doing, and just like memories. I'm telling you, memories. Sorry, y'all, but that's just love. Like, I think about him and I just think about pure love. Like, he loved me. And a lot of times I tell anybody, if you know me, you know I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get mad. And I know you're gonna get mad because the way I'm gonna tell it to you, you're gonna be like, damn, you didn't have to say it like that. And I'm never rude when I say it to you. I'm just gonna, point out some stuff. And I always encourage anybody, if you love me, if being the key word, because some people will say I love you just because it sounds good. But if you love me, tell me the truth. Don't lie to me. Don't create a narrative. Keep that shit 100. Like, I'm one of those people, keep it fucking 100. Do that. Don't lie to me. Don't play no games. Just be all the way 100. I'm here with it. You should be here with it. We gonna do this together. When I love, people like, you love, I love hard. And then it's the whole, that's what I wanted to talk about. The whole falling out of love with people, right? Me personally, I don't believe in a such thing as falling out of love with people. I also believe that not everything is love. I believe that there is lust. I believe that there is like. I definitely believe that there is convenience. And I think that a lot of people are in situations out of convenience. What do you mean by convenience? Again, because somebody is paying their bills, because they took somebody from somebody else, because they cheated and that's where they at right now. Um, because they got somebody pregnant, or because, like, just convenience. It might not come off as convenient, but it is. You got somebody paying your bills and you ain't working them many hours. You ain't worried about where you gonna sleep. Why? Because they paying the bills. Somebody told me one time, they was like, if I wasn't here, you would have to pay these bills anyways. And do you know that was the most profound thing I had heard? It wasn't really, but it was just like, damn, you right. So why the fuck are you here? Flip that question back on them. Why the fuck are you here? I'm here, but why are you here? Hmm. Changes your perspective on a lot of things. And that's just like when you start loving yourself, you don't got time for people and they bullshit. You don't got time for people making promises that you know they fucking not gonna keep. You don't got time for wasting your time. You're not on that no more. And that's why I'm saying, if you survive 2020 and you are here right now and you watching me, or you come back and you watch this and you are not living your best fucking life right now, you are wasting fucking time. Putting it off till you get married, put it off till you have a baby, put it off till you have kids, put it off till you have money. You wasting time. Tomorrow ain't promised to you shit. The next couple of minutes, seconds, and hours isn't promised to you. And if you aren't living the life that you want to live, if you are unhappy, I know a lot of times people say, he don't make me happy, she don't make me happy. But the reality of it is, if you are the only person that can make yourself happy, you are. I know people not gonna tell you that because it's easier for you to put off on somebody else. He ain't make me happy, she ain't make me happy, so I had to go over here and do this. No, that's where accountability comes into play. You are unhappy with your life. You are unhappy with how things turned out for you, so you decided to make those decisions. This accountability and responsibility. You wasn't responsible enough to be like, hey, this is what it is. Whoop de wop wham. So you chose to go do what you wanted to do. That's you. I'm not trying to. I'm just That's what I'm saying, original Ray. I'm just here. Look, I feel like I inspired you to put a picture to your face. You're actually really beautiful. I'm not flirting with you or anything. I'm just saying that you're really beautiful. But see, somebody else who's on here, if you got a boo or something, they probably see that and be like, what the fuck she mean you beautiful? I mean, aren't you with them because they're beautiful? Aren't you with them because you know that somebody else likes them? So I don't know, that just it just confuses me. It doesn't really confuse me. It's just be like, well, why the fuck are you with them though? Like, you were looking at the Instagram pictures, you were looking at the Facebook posts, you was looking at all that shit too, and you was hitting like too. So now that you're with them, Now that y'all together, we together, I'm supposed to not do that anymore because you know how you were thinking when you were. See, that's where I think that's where it all goes back to who? Us. I was in a relationship. I wasn't checking people's social medias. I wasn't in their DMs. I wasn't caring who liked them. Now, somebody would be like, you ain't give a fuck. That's why they did. No, the reality of it is I feel like I'm a grown ass woman. You a grown ass woman. I don't need to check your social medias. Cause I feel like I had the conversation where I say, hey, in order for you and I to work, I need total communication. I need you to tell me what you like, what you don't like. I need you to tell me, um, I need you to tell me everything. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about every fucking thing, everything. If you don't like the way I said there, if I said THEY apostrophe RE instead of THERE, tell me. Don't just let me be out here thinking we all sweet, and then next thing I know, you got a whole status on Facebook talking about I ain't shit, I was never shit, never all that shit. Don't do that to me, especially if you know me. If you know me, you spend any amount of time with me, y'all be here. Y'all come and talk to me. I'm just saying, like, it ain't about that. It ain't about that for me. Like, I was thinking, like, I lived a life where I just look at shit now, like being 41, I just look like, damn, I was sparing a lot of fucking people. I was sparing people where people should have really got it. And I ain't give it to them because that's that compassionate side of me. Like, you know what? Life gonna give it to you. You can fuck me over, but guess what? Life gonna fuck you over worse than you fucked me over. So, I mean, I'm gonna be good. And I have this belief in karma. I know it's a lot of people that don't believe in karma. They think it's fake. My grandmother told me, you treat people how you want to be treated. So in my mind, that stuck with me. It's like, I'm not going to be out here cursing you out because I don't want you to curse me out. I'm not going to cheat on you because I don't want you to cheat on me. I'm not going to lie to you because I don't want you to lie to me. It's a whole bunch of things that just a no for me. It's just a no. It's just it's just a no. And then because I know me and I know my personality and I know like just me, I'm not gonna be out here sharing me with everybody. No. I'm not gonna do that because then there's gonna be a whole bunch of people that's just gonna be trying to be no. And if y'all ain't seen it, people are not what's the word I'm looking for here? People are not secure in themselves. So every little thing makes people jealous. Every little thing makes people insecurities be so heightened. Like the fact that I said, like I just told Original Ray, like she's actually beautiful. Like somebody will take that and be like, what the fuck she mean you beautiful? Where you know her from? How you know her? The next thing you know, they checking every time I go live and see why every time she go live, you in the room and all that shit. That's just don't y'all see that that's too much? If you're gonna argue with me about every time somebody like a post or leave a comment or every time I go, don't you see that it's being too much? So basically what you're telling me is that you don't want me on any social media. You just want me to sit at home. So you're gonna take my phone now too, because now I could just, you know, anybody could be texting me or anything like that. That's it's a form of insecurities. That means that somewhere on the inside of you, and I know somebody is probably sitting at home going to try to justify this. So what you trying to say? Like that gives people the right? No, it's just like if you know that y'all have problems, right? Like realize it's a new trend now for anybody that's in relationships. This how you know. Like I be people watching because I be paying attention to shit now. This how you know when couples are really having it bad, right? People you just watch their social media. They're gonna tell you everything. Like people hide nothing. They don't hide anything. Like the young man in Florida, he didn't hide it. He was right there in the camera. Literally in the camera. He walked up to the people's camera and still was talking to them. That really disturbs me. Um, but you got all this going on, and I'm just supposed to be like, no, I'm not gonna be on social media. Like I was like, I'm on social media to promote my business. That's all I be. I only go on Facebook now to share photos and people to nominate me. Like I'm not. Oh, you know what? I didn't even tell y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna make a whole video for it. I'm requesting nominations for different things here in my state to be named the best of Milwaukee. And I'm requesting nominations. I'm gonna do a whole video. Actually, that'd be my vlog for today. Um, and included in my vlogs for today. Actually, I'm gonna do it for tomorrow. Got a whole vlog right now. But I'm requesting people to vote for me for the best of Milwaukee, right? And so usually the best of Milwaukee list doesn't have a lot of people of African American descent. That was so funny. It has a lot of, people on it. And I just thought to myself, I was like, what is the quickest way to get other people of color to nominate themselves or ask other people to nominate themselves? And you know what I did? I created a photo and I was like, hey, nominate me for this. You know what that did? There were other people who started saying, nominated me, nominate me, nominate me. And I was like, see, this is all you got to do. It's all you got to do. You just got to people watch and understand. That's why I'm saying, like, people like Chelle, it's been a year. You should be out here dating. You should be doing this. She moved on, blah, blah, blah. I was like, that's her. I ain't ready. And I know I'm not ready. And I'm not just about to hop out here because I'm telling you, you hop out here and get somebody with insecurities. And then I'm going to networking events. I'm pitching my business. I'm in these different spaces. And I'm trying to get you to come with me into these different spaces. And you ain't used to those kind of spaces. Now you got to act funny. Why you being weird to me? No, you acting funny because you're not used to being in rooms with people that's talking to business or talking to, that venture capitalist shit. You're not used to being in those rooms. So now you feel some kind now you're gonna hit me with the you think you better than me. And then it's gonna be a whole different thing. I'm not going back there no more. I'm not going in that space. I'm not living in that space. If you can't handle the glow that I have, if you can't come in and help me glow brighter, stay your ass wherever the fuck you are. I don't need you over here because I'm glowing. You see, I got to look. I'm glowing. I'm not turning my light fucking down for nobody else. We turn that bitch all the way up. Either you going to come and glow with me or you going to be dim over there in the corner. And I'm shining my light bright enough so you can catch the light and walk to the light. Come to the light, Emma. Come to the light. You can come to the light. But if that ain't what you own and you own clucking with the chickens, I mean, anybody that's still down there clucking with the chickens and it's 2021, shit, well, you done survived a global fucking pandemic that's taking people out still, literally, to this fucking day. And you gonna still do the same shit, be around the same people. Like I asked somebody, I said, why are you and so friends? I was talking to them about that friend because when you pay attention, you be in tune. You pick up on people's your intuition be like ding, and you pick up on it, right? So you paying attention. So I asked them, I said, why are you and so friends? And you know what? The only thing they could tell me, we was hanging out since we was little. Now I ain't knocking anybody that's still friends with anybody that they hang out with since you was little, but why are y'all still friends? Why? Why are y'all still friends? Like, what solidified y'all friendship? That y'all just known each other for forever? Like, did something happen to y'all and y'all ain't even trying to tell nobody? Or like, what made y'all be friends? And then they start thinking about it and they was like, damn, you know what? Yeah. Did anybody ever ask you that? Like, what made you date the person you dated? Like, what made you choose the job that you are in? Like, anybody ever ask you those questions? You ever had somebody just ask you a question and to be like, damn, why the fuck did I? Somebody definitely asked me a question. Like, they asked me a question like this. They was like, if things were different, what do you think would happen? I was like, probably the same shit. Cause I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you don't get nothing, if you don't take away nothing out of all the things I said in this 2 hour fucking live, I hope that you take I don't tolerate disrespect. I hope that you get that. And that you got a safe space over here. It's a bunch of things you could walk away with. And like, damn, Chelle had a lot of shit happen to her, but she still got a good spirit. Cause I do. Cause I know those things just happen to me. It doesn't define who I am because I define it. And I think I do a pretty good job in defining who I am and what I do. Y'all notice my voice change? When you start loving yourself and you realize, like, well, I'm crying over spilled milk and there's still milk in the jar. It don't make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? When life gives you lemons, you make lemon drops, lemon cookies, lemon muffins, add some poppy seeds in that bitch, throw some frost. I mean, you could do so many things. I literally was just like, no, I'm not ready to. I know I'm not ready today, but I feel like I'm getting there. TikTok. I keep saying TikTok because TikTok is pretty cool. TikTok is pretty cool. I'm on um I'm on affirmations meditation TikTok right now. I don't know how I got out of the LGBT community. I'm gonna need somebody to go over there and help me get on back. But yeah, I'm there right now. And it's like it's very confirming because where I'm at in my life, it was just like when you start loving yourself, it's I don't think I smiled this much. It's different. It's different. Like you don't need to the thing you thought that you needed in order for you to be okay, you don't really need because you already good. Like I literally just my mom, everybody was just here and I was just like, you know what? This is so cool. I really miss it. But I really enjoy just being alone with myself, talking, writing out my goals, creating content, planning out content, just looking at where I was on October 7th, 2020 to where I am right now, or 10th, 2021, just looking at how shit I thought I would never get over or never like heal from, like I am healing from it. Um Situations I thought like where other people, not I thought, where other people was just like, that's some fucked up shit and I'll never. And I'm just thinking like, damn, what happened to the friendship? Like people don't really be friends anymore. Like people don't really like take an interest in someone and be like, hey, we're going to be friends. It's like, oh, this bitch always giving me a ride, or she the designated driver. Oh, hey, bro, always, he always got the. I'm gonna do that. That wasn't a real coffee. It was the for you know what that is. They always bring in. It's always something like people have ulterior motives as to why, like they're friends now. Like, I don't want you to have an ulterior motive as to why you want to be my friend. I just want you to be my friend, like, because we cool. Because I asked you why. Why the fuck? Why? I asked myself, why the fuck are you creating this whole business? You know, you don't even like to. And I said, because somebody has to do it. And then the passion as to why I did it or why I am doing it, it rose in me. Like it wasn't like I didn't want to do it. I know that I am the best, most qualified person to do it. Now there probably is somebody else out there more qualified than me, but guess what? I'm just as qualified. So you have to speak to yourself like that. That's something that I learned about when it comes to loving yourself. When you love yourself, confidence and love of self go like hand in hand. Now some people take confidence and like turn it up to like cocky. I'm not cocky. I am confident. I have a renewed sense of confidence since, you know, all the stuff happened that happened. I have a renewed sense of confidence. Let me take a moment right now and just say this, right? I was going to take my hair down because I realized that I had a little thing. I have a little thing. I'm going to tell y'all about that little thing, but I was going to take my hair down and then I got my hair done last Saturday, right? And somebody was like, "Oh, you look cute," and I was just like, "Oh, it's been a minute since somebody said that." Because like I can receive that somebody said that because I was in a relationship, marriage, I was in that. So I was like, I wasn't entertaining none of that. None of that. Me, I'm a faithful, loyal type chick. That's what I am. So when I said that, for a minute, I was just like, and I was like, hold on, I'm single. And so, did the, oh, thank you. Oh, you got dimples too? And it was like, it feeded that for a minute. I felt like I needed to have that to happen. And then I like when I took my hair down, do y'all see it's long? And I did this. And I was like, it makes sense why people who have dreads always shaking their head because it's like that it's the my hair is growing. It's the my crown is getting fuller. It's the I'm finer than a motherfucker. It's all of that for me. So yeah, I just had to take a minute, and then since I have the newfound love for myself, I be looking at myself in the mirror like I probably should put this mirror down because I've been staring at myself for too long. And like y'all can see, I don't have hair right here. When I was 10, situation happened, lost my hair, alopecia. So I started using oils and stuff right now. Y'all probably can see it looks different right here, but there's hair right there now. There never used to be hair when I was going. It was never hair, but just bald. There's hair right now. It's just lighter than the other hair. So I started seeing things about myself, and I was just like, "Oh, I never noticed that. I I never noticed that." Y'all see, like even while I'm looking at y'all talking to myself, I'm looking at y'all, but I can still see myself in the screen. I never noticed that about myself. Like when I said the other day, let me tell y'all, this week, every week I learned something new about myself. This week I learned that I was spoiled. I learned that I was spoiled. I learned that I was stubborn. And I learned that I did not know how to receive. And when I say receive, I mean I did not know how to receive compliments. I didn't know how to receive any of those things because situations in my life caused me to like shy away from things like that. As a child who was molested by the pastor of the church, um the things that they would say, the things that would happen, it just caused me not to be like mm, the whole I love you, but then you do some fucked up shit to me, and then you still telling me you love me, how much you care. That's what I'm saying. Like you could buy me all kinds of shit. That shit means nothing to me. Like if you know where I come from, know the things that I experienced in life, that shit means nothing. Nothing. I have shoes right now to this day in my fucking closet that I've never put my fucking foot in, but because I wanted them, I have them. Like I have things that I'm going to plug up. I have a whole um record player that I wanted that I've never even fucking plugged up. I have all this shit, and I started cleaning up shit, and I was like, I should just put this shit up for sale. I could give it away, but I was like, no, because then I would feel bad because they gave it to me. So I'm gonna sell it. That's what I'm gonna do. I started cleaning up and I started finding Jordans. Now I don't wear Jordans, but the person that I was with has Jordans, and I was like, oh shit. I went on StockX and I was like, oh shit, these Jordans. Oh, most definitely. I'm gonna put them shits on StockX. We definitely gonna get the hey, you left them. They're no longer yours, they're mine now. So shit. StockX will be seeing those Jordans. I'm just saying. So I'm just cleaning up, getting rid of shit, and I was like, what the fuck? Why do I have these? I just wanted them, and it was like, okay, you want them, and I'm cool. Like I appreciate anybody that's willing to do something but if you really want to get me, if you really want to get me, I'm telling you how to get me. I ain't ready to start dating yet or anything like that, but I'm gonna tell you just for future reference. Conversation. They used to say back in my days, conversation rule a nation. Listen, I've been talking for years, decades even. For decades even. And so I'm pretty skilled at communication. Um I love talking. I love people when they are interested in me. Like I'm gonna be interested in you, so I love when you're interested in me. I love flowers randomly. I love flowers randomly. I just love spontaneous shit. Spontaneous. I don't like that freaky spontaneous shit where you just like I don't like that. I like freaky and I like spontaneous. I don't like them together. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. I like that spontaneous shit, but I don't know. I said to myself the other day, I was like, I really think I'm getting to that point where I'm I just might be ready to. And I know it's not gonna happen in 2021. I know that much. I said I was gonna put up I did a TikTok where I see your effort. I forgot who sang the song. I did a TikTok like that because I was checking my DMs on TikTok, and I was just like, I know I'm not ready yet. I know I'm not ready yet. I know I'm getting to being ready, but I know I'm not ready yet. I know I'm not. And I'm excited cuz if y'all watched the videos before, Y'all know, like I was like, nah, I'm good. But now it's like, okay, I'm good. That means that shows that I've been healing, that I'm healing through things. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm cool. I just know, like, here's what I'll say: the next person that I date, or the next person that I see, that sounds funny. The next person that I date will definitely be on another level. And that level will definitely welcome my brightness of my glow. They will definitely why am I smiling so hard? They would definitely understand what it means to be with a millionaire. That's hilarious. But I am one. Eventually. Eventually I'll get there. But like what it means to be with somebody like me. Like if you're on here and I've texted you or I messaged you, you already know what it's like to be like, I'm gonna text you randomly, not randomly like that, but it's like good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope your day is going well. That's just me. This is communication. I can't like some people I call like, hey, what's up? Long time no see or long time no hear from. What's going on? And I'm just be done talk to them like a day or two ago. That's just me. I love communication. I love talking to people. I love asking people why. When I think about people that I'm surrounded by, I think about asking them the tough questions. Like, why are you in that relationship and you know you and that person don't work, but y'all still be trying to make it work, but y'all both know that it's not gonna work, or y'all know that it's not working? Convenience. You don't want to have to find a place to stay and she don't want to have to kick you out. Or vice versa. You don't want to have to let her go because now you ain't gonna be able to see your kids. It's a whole bunch of different things that people just be like, well, if I leave this job, then I ain't gonna have no money. But then for me, it'd be like, if you working or if you getting any source of income and you're not putting away something on the side, what are you working for? I know people be like, well, I'm working so I can take care of these bills. Okay, you taking care of your bills, but do you budget yourself in those bills? Like, do you give like 10 or 20% to yourself, like put it in your savings account or something? Because, like, if you working for like 15, 20 years or whatever, and you walk away and you don't have nothing, it's like, what are you doing? And then you quit your job and then you don't have anything. Like, my thing is like, love yourself enough to accomplish your dreams. Like, I know we're in a global fucking pandemic and it might not seem like it's possible, but it really is. It really, really, like, now it's the greatest time to try to do anything you ever fucking wanted to do in life. Now is the greatest time to do it. He was like, would you get married again? I said, that's exactly what happened when somebody said that. And I was like, you know what? I am not going to close myself off to that. I've never been a closed off person before in life, and I've never even answered the question. But I my answer now is I will not close myself off to that. Just because I was married and it didn't fucking work doesn't mean like it won't work the next time. Sorry, my eye just started twitching. Woo! I'm open to the possibility of it. Why my eye keeps twitching? Maybe I'm not open to the possibility of it. It didn't twitch. Well, I'm open. Let's just say I'm open. I ain't open like that, but I'm open. I believe in love, regardless of the shit that happens. I still believe in love. In the most purest form of love, where you just love. Not because somebody buys you something, not because they put that Gok 3000, not because they put the mighty tongue of whatever. They don't put that stuff on you, but because you just truly love. Like, have you ever just truly loved somebody? You ever been in a relationship where you just looked at the person and be like, damn, I fucking love you? And smile. Like your heart, you feel the blood going through your heart, and it's just like you feel warm all of a sudden. That kind of love. Or you look at your partner and be like, I can't fucking stand you, but you be putting it down. Or I can't fucking stand you, but I need my fucking bills paid. And I'm not trying to do it from like a girl's perspective. I'm just doing it like from anybody perspective. Or like, You got married because you had to, or even not even marriage, like you working at a fucking job because you feel like you need money. Like, I want to encourage you to do the thing that makes you happy. That's the thing we're not encouraging people to do. Do what makes you fucking happy. If sitting at home playing fucking video games make you fucking happy, set up you a YouTube or a fucking Twitch and stream yourself playing fucking video games. If you're a makeup artist and you trying to get yourself out there so you could be a celebrity client, let me tell you this, right? There are other people that need your services. I know you probably think like, oh, I'm gonna be a celebrity makeup artist. I'm gonna be getting all this money and I'm gonna get. It's all about fame and notoriety. That's just what. That's the only reason why you really want to do it. Like if you really be honest with yourself, the only reason why you want to be a celebrity makeup artist is so that you can have the fame and the notoriety. But how about going to like your local Susan G. Komen or like anybody that works with breast cancer survivors or domestic violence victims and do their makeup? I can guarantee. I haven't done it, but I can guarantee you will feel more. What's the word I'm looking for? You will get a different feeling from doing it for them. Like when I think about why I do the things I do, like why I encourage artists to own, I encourage ownership, I encourage them to understand the business of music. And I think about because for one of me, there is like nine other people that's telling artists or taking money from artists. Nine other people. And I'm the one person that's just like, hey, you probably, I mean, I know you, I can't stop you from going to meet with these other people, but when you walk in that room, why not prepare yourself for when you walk in that room? Why not prepare yourself so when they say, hey, we're going to give you this much, you know that you worth more? Like, that's the thing that I feel like people don't know they worth. And I can, as somebody, I didn't know my worth. I had an idea of it, but I didn't know it until I was, myself was like, oh, you is not. And I was like, what the fuck you mean? Yeah, I didn't know my worth. And I'm going to tell you, the moment I recognized my worth and the moment I walked in my worth, like I'm walking with the confidence with my head held high, like, oh yeah, this is what it is. When I tell y'all everything, whew, that's why. That's why people don't want you to know that you are smart. They don't want you to know that you are intelligent, that you're beautiful, you're handsome. People don't want you to know that. People don't want you to know that you are highly skilled at whatever it is that's in your heart that you really want to do, but you taking this mediocre meaningless as a job just so you can get some money. Do the thing that you fucking love to do. When you start doing the thing that you fucking love to do, you're going to inspire the people around you to be great. That's where I'm at with my life, where I'm like, no, fuck this. I'm turning my light up to the brightest capacity. And if you are in my life and you are looking at that light, like who the fuck she thinks she is? She thinks she better. Why is it people think that? Like, where does that you think you better come from? Cause I remember when I would go to, I went to predominantly white schools all of my life. And I remember I would come back cause I lived in the hood, like the hood of the hood, like hood. Um, and I would come back and people was like, you talk white, you talk proper, you think you better, you think because you go out there to school with them, you think you better than us. And I was like, I never said that. Where does that come from? You want to know where that come from? I'm gonna tell you, it comes from insecurities. That's where it comes from. And I'm not saying like, oh, everybody, but a lot of people are insecure. I was insecure. I was insecure with the fact that I was able to accomplish the shit that I'm accomplishing right now. I was insecure. I knew that I could do it, but I was insecure in how I was going to do it. I was insecure in like, I felt like I had lost so much. I had lost so many times. Shit didn't work. And I was just like, you know what? If it don't work this time, and it was like that shit started working. And you know why it started working? Because I had the confidence in my motherfucking self to say, listen, you know that you are the best to do that. You have to tell yourself that. You know you're the best makeup artist. You know you're the best, whatever it is that you do. You have to tell yourself that. You know, that's the whole fake it till you make it. I didn't fake it. I just knew that I been knew that. I knew, I'm the best. And I'm gonna show y'all in a few more days, months, and weeks just how good I am. And y'all gonna be like, damn, for sure, for sure, for sure. Hey, if you're a music artist, go ahead and work with Chelle. I mean, that like I was when I be pitching my business or whatever, when I be talking to people, I don't give them everything that I do. I just tell them a little bits and pieces. And then when people start figuring out who I am and my capabilities, and they start finding out shit that I've never even said, but it's like, damn, that was you? Or hey, my so and so, this major celebrity artist is like, hey, I need to, and they was like, they told me about this woman named Ishelle, and I was like, your name's Ishelle, right? Yes, that was me. What the? And you're here? Yeah, I'm here because I want to be here. Like I was saying to someone, I said, it's a difference when somebody chooses you because they need you, and it's a difference between somebody choosing you because they want you. Like most people think that need is more important than want, and I'm just like, if somebody is with you because they want you, like so many people have so many other options in life, right? Like you right now, you have so many, you can look out and see so many options of who you could choose to be with, what job you have so many options, but when you make the decision to be with the person that you are with, you chose them. There's a reason why you chose them. It's not because you needed them per se, but you chose them. You chose them for how they inspire you to be great, or how, whatever it is, you chose them. For me, I'm more for a want. I want you to choose me. I want y'all to come here and talk to me every Saturday and Sunday. I want to encourage y'all from this moment forward to come on camera. You don't have to turn your camera on. I would like to encourage you to do that. Step outside of your fucking comfort zone. We here with it right now. I am completely I am completely out of my comfort zone. And I did this on purpose. I did this on purpose because I have an objective that I'm trying to reach. And that objective is to be the voice for the voiceless. How do you feel like you could do that? By just talking about shit that ain't nobody gonna talk. I started a whole conversation tonight about love. And look how many people came in here and started talking about love. Of course, we had people that was in here hating on us, or hating on me, or hating on the conversation, but there was more people that was here to talk about love or listen to me talk about love than anything. And I hope that something I said tonight, anything, even what is love, made you evaluate your life and where you are. Like even with friendships, like we be friends with people because we grew up with them, we grew up in the same church. My mama was like they mama, like they was like our brother and sister, like all of that stuff. But when you really get down to it, like, are they really your friend? Like, if you really got into a jam, could you call them? And not even about a jam. Like, if you really felt like you was to hear with life, can you call them and they can be like, hey, you know what? Come. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. Like, the people in my life when all this shit, that shit from last year, that's hilarious. It's been a whole year. That shit from last year kicked off, right? And I was telling people, I said, I know I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna have days where I don't want to talk, where I don't want to see nobody, blah, blah, blah. Do you know the people around me was like, fuck that. We coming over to your house. They brought food. We watched movies. Um, we did all kind of stuff. They talked and they made me laugh. They didn't make me laugh, but y'all know, like they made me laugh, and it was just like, damn, here I was, thought I was gonna be going to this alone. That's why I didn't say it on this live, but I'm gonna say it on this live. That's why it's important. Like if you on a journey, if you're on a journey of healing, self-discovery, you're on a journey just of healing, or just self-discovery, or just letting go, or just moving past, or growing up, or accepting accountability, whatever fucking journey you are on, pay attention to the second to second. I know people be like day to day. I'm gonna say second to second, because the shit that you learn while you are on the journey are the most important. It's like it's gonna help you. Like, you get ready to go on a camping trip or whatever, right? You got your tent, you got your water, you got the matches, you got compass, you got all this shit, because you never know what kind of shit will happen while you out in the woods or wherever you go. I don't know if people still go to the woods to camp. And I remember this one time these people took us to a cabin up in the woods. I ain't never been to a cabin in the woods. I'm from the hood. Like we got bears in the hood, but I ain't never known, but we was prepared for whatever happened at that time. I want to encourage you to pay attention to the journey as you are going. I have been paying in the beginning. I'm going to say I wasn't paying any attention because I was so into like how the fuck did this happen to me? And I was in there like, well, let me look at my life. So I put my life, just let me figure it out. But pay attention to the journey because by me doing that, like I said it like, oh, but by me doing that, I was able to see how my upbringing, how the things that I experienced in the life was leading the way for me to get to my past, right? I mean, to my future. I didn't want that shit to lead me to my future. I don't want to be dealing with shit from my past in my present and my future. I want to let that go. I want to say, okay, that was a part of me that I experienced, that a part of me that I've dealt with. Like if you are somebody who experienced abuse from your parents as you was growing up and now you felt defenseless. So now as you're older and somebody says something to you that you don't like, your first response is to use your fist. That's not you. That was just something that was put on you. You probably somebody that is truly loving, but you don't want to. Ain't no motherfucker gonna ever take advantage of me. Ain't nobody gonna ever make me feel smaller. Shit like that. It's only because of the shit that you felt that's in the back of your mind that you never dealt with. So now you out here like if you're a father and you beating up on your younger brothers or you beating up on your son because you want to make them tough. You want to make them. You don't want them to be soft. That's not you. That's just something that you learn. It's toxic masculinity. It's something that was put on you and you are passing it down, generational shit. Let that child be whoever they are. Like if we just love, like if you just love another human being, if you just love another person, it will change the trajectory of their life. Love. Love can change a bunch of shit. If you go to church, right? Think about this, right? God had a son. Oh, if you think about that whole how Jesus came to be story, it'll make you really start thinking about shit. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. But God had a son and his name was Jesus, right? And God told his son that you gonna die for the world. Jesus. Now, Jesus didn't say these words. I'm putting these words in Jesus' mouth, but we got to put it where we can understand it. He like God, Father. This is what he called him. Father, I ain't never met these motherfucking people. You trying to tell me that I'm going to die for them? And God was like, yes. And Jesus was like, okay. And Jesus is like, I'm sitting here reading this like, wait a minute, you just said that a little too smooth. You ain't never met these people. Have you met, your auntie, your cousin, the one that had that person ear cut off, Peter? He cut that man ear off and you put that ear back on. What about Job? So you gonna die for Job? You gonna die for Judas? You gonna die for these people that did you wrong? What about the people that stuff? You gonna die for them? But if you think about that, that's like love. Like if you think about if you are a parent and you think about if you see a car on your fucking child, you see your child is in danger, you not gonna think I'm gonna put myself in danger. You gonna think I have to get my fucking child out of that. I have to get my fucking child out of there. You're not gonna think about yourself. So when you think about love, like the greatest form of love is just like you don't even think. You don't think about love. You just love. Like when I was using the analogy of a chair, like trust. We trust that that fucking chair is gonna hold us, regardless of the size that we are. We trust that when we sit down in this fucking chair, the chair is going to fucking hold us. We trust that. We trust the people at fast food restaurants to give us good food. We trust that they ain't gonna spit in it. We trust that they ain't gonna do no dirty shit. We trust that. We go to restaurants all the time. Fast food, sit down restaurants, we do that all the time. We trust the people that be telling us that we should get vaccines, no vaccines, whatever we do. We trust people all the time. But the people that we are in close quarters with, the people that we should be giving time, attention, and working closely with to like be better, we tell them I don't trust you. And you don't trust them for the shit that they did. You don't trust the last person, the last three people, or whoever you was with, your mama. Your mama told you, like my mama told her she was gonna take us to Chuck E. Cheese and she went on the couch and she slept. She was tired. I'm trying to explain this to my brother, but he little. This is when we was little, when we was younger. He little. He like she lied. And to this day, he about to turn 37. He's like, you know what? It took me having a child to understand that, she was tired and that although she lied, she didn't mean to lie. Like that wasn't her intentions because she really did want to take us to Chuck E. Cheese, but we didn't go. And so when he told his son he was going to bring his son down here to visit me, and then he didn't bring him, and then Mateo was like, Dad, you said we were going to go to Titi house. He said it was in that moment that I realized. And I was like, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. You held this against our mother for he's about to be 37 now. He held this against her for decades. And if you ask him today, he'll probably laugh about it because that was serious. Like we all knew, like you better not mention Chuck E. Cheese around him because it was gonna trigger him. He was gonna have a. She said she was gonna take us. So now he like whenever I tell my son I'm gonna do something, I try to do it, and if I can't do it, this is the thing. He says I tell them that we can't and why. Most of those would be like, I'm the fucking adult and you the child, go over there and sit down in the corner. But you gotta realize, right, these kids that we are talking, the kids, the teenagers are gonna grow up and they're gonna be out in a world that don't fucking care about them, a world that just see them as a policy number, a jail number, a worker, that see them like that. So if you are in the house, this is we gonna go right here. If you are in the house, right? If you don't show your child love, if you don't show your sister love, your brother love, your wife, your husband, baby mama, baby dad, if you don't show them love, right? Guarantee they can walk out your door and they don't even have to get down to the bottom of your stairs. Hell, they can go pick up their phone and go to Instagram or Facebook. And you're not telling them they're beautiful, but somebody on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, whatever, YouTube is telling them how beautiful they are. Now they have a sense of, damn, I'm sitting here laying with your ass and you ain't said shit, but this person I posted up on Facebook and they tell me how beautiful I am. So now it's a false sense of you don't even know them, but now they're just like, oh, you're so beautiful. And you just like, oh, thank you. You so handsome. You look good. So thank you. So now your head, your confidence, all that shit is getting geeked up and you looking at the person you with like, I don't even know why I'm with you. This don't make no sense. Or your kids is like, damn, my mother don't even hug me. My father don't even hug me, especially if you are a man. Let me talk to you for a minute. I'm not a man, but I could tell you this. It's important for you to hug your son. It's important for you to spend time with your son. If you're a stepfather, it's important for you to do that. If you are a stud and you take in the place of the father that's not there, I know you probably don't look at yourself as a man, whatever it is. If you are another parent in a child's life, love on that child. Love on the child like it's your own. I'm gonna say that. Just do that. If you are an adult and you are surrounded by people that don't give a fuck about you and you know that they don't give a fuck about you, but you're trying to do things so that they can give a fuck about you, stop. Stop. Love yourself enough to say, if nobody on this fucking earth ever care about what I do, I'm going to care about what the fuck I do. I'm going to care about how I look. I'm going to care about the job that I choose. I'm going to care about me. Do that one. If nobody on this fucking earth, nobody, the likelihood of this happening is like slim to none. Cause I'm gonna tell you, I'm sure somebody else on YouTube will tell you, I'm sure people on Instagram, whatever, they'll tell you. But if no one ever tells you that you are important, that you are smart, that you can accomplish your dreams, you have to believe that for yourself. You have to love yourself enough to believe that you are capable of doing that. We're not, hey Mo, we're not telling people now the importance of loving yourself. We're not telling people now the importance of, again, accountability, responsibility. We're not telling people now that they have everything they need to be successful. You don't have to look for another person to give you something because it's already on the inside of you. You just got to activate that. I say that as I'm ending my lives all the time because that's one of the last things I want you to remember. But we got to start telling people to look out for themselves more. Look out for yourself. There's people out here that's looking for love and then they ended up in sex trafficking. Like I just watched the whole, I'm telling you, I'm on a whole different space of TikTok. I don't know how I got there, but I'm watching it'd be like I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet, whatever. I'm watching those things and a lot of them is talking about um young women who were in situations where they household, it was bad in their households, and they meet up with these different friends or people from school, and the people from school is introducing them to these older guys or introducing them to guys, period. And next thing you know, they being sold into sex trafficking. And they got out, of course, because they're telling the story on TikTok. And I'm just looking like, holy shit. Like, this is a real thing. And then you start looking at the different numbers and like the different places where it's high, where people, and I'm just thinking like, damn, here I am thinking I'm ready to, not ready, but I'm sort of kind of ready to get back in the date. And there's all this other shit I gotta worry about. I gotta worry about insecurities, the other person's insecurities, my insecurities. We gotta worry about sex trafficking. We gotta worry about me turning somebody down because I'm not interested. I'm not, that's why I'm like, I don't really be out much, because it's like somebody be trying to talk to me. And I've had experiences where people have been aggressive, where they trying to talk to you like, no, you can't give nobody your fake number, because this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna pick up their phone like, okay, I'm texting you right now, I'm calling you right now, because they want that phone to ring. And if the phone don't ring, now they're gonna feel some kind of way. They're gonna feel like you played them. Like the people down in Miami that was at the I think it was Miami. They was at the outdoor restaurant, and the dude tried to come on to the girl, and he was like, no, she was like, no, I'm not feeling it. The dude came back and shot up the restaurant because she said she wasn't feeling it. Like, it's too much for me to be worried about. So right now, I'm gonna focus on myself. I'm gonna focus on myself. I'm gonna focus on these business, because the last thing I'm trying to do, that's the last thing I'm trying to do. I want to just be happy, love, be surrounded by my family and the people that love me, and do that. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to cause anybody no other. I don't want to start talking to you and we hanging out and we kicking it, and it's just like, you know what? I'm not really ready to be in a relationship, and now you feel some kind of way. So now you stalking me or you doing all this other stuff. I don't got time for that. I don't have time for that. And the last thing I'm gonna say, like I'm gonna tell y'all, woman, I don't tolerate disrespect. If I tell you that I'm not interested or I'm not ready, you should be able to just accept that. That's where I feel like as an adult, you should be able to just accept no. You should. It's like somebody should have told you no like multiple times. I mean, we hear no like all the time. But when did it become I'm going to kill you because you told me no? Like I just, I'm just starting to say no, and now it's like if I say no, it's a no for me. That's my new thing. It's a no for me. I be trying to be smooth when I be out here and people be trying to holler, especially dudes. Like they just don't get it. I have a rainbow shirt on. My hair can be rainbow. Everything can be rainbow. Then they try to hit you with you just ain't had nobody that was good to make you. I'm gay, sir. I don't care if you Jesus swinging down on the dingling pole. I don't even care. I don't like it. Like Pierre came into my life, was it yesterday? He was like, "So you don't love men?" I said, "My brothers are men." So yes, I do love men. I love my brothers. I love my cousins. I love my uncles. I just don't find them sexually attractive. Uh, I don't know how much more do we have to tattoo it across? I love JJ. I I don't even know how to say it. It's so much like it's just like you can't just be something anymore. Like you gotta entertain them so that they don't feel their egos aren't bruised. No, fuck that. I'm telling, hey, I'm gay. Like, did you not? Are you not seeing it? You're not getting it, huh? Like, I be on TikTok. Everything is got the rainbow flag. Everything I be posting. Hashtag lesbian TikTok. Hashtag black lesbians. Hash lesbians is all over it. Even in my little bio at the when you go on my TikTok, it's gay. It's a rainbow sign. Do you know people still be trying to say this? Just no disregard. You're gonna be that one person that's just gonna be like, oh, I changed her life. No, like how come we can't? That's where it goes back to love. You see, everything circles back to love. It circles back to our foundation. I'm always talk foundation because I feel like what we learn in our households shows when we get out here in the world. These dudes out here, these women out here that's smashing multiple people, doing all that stuff. Like, let's keep it a buck, right? I'm 41. So when I was growing up, they had to take you to the movies. They had to do a whole fucking lot before they even got to first base with you, right? It's people out here doing $40 hollers. It's people out here doing Popeye's chicken sandwiches, rims, all the shit. I'm looking like, who the, when the fuck did all this happen? Like, what? Where's the older people to tell these young women at least let them buy you a Birkin bag or a Coach bag? You can get you a Dooney and Burke bag or something. At least have some kind of something about yourself. Like maybe it's the grandparents maybe it's the grandparents. Maybe it's not even them. Maybe it's just we don't have the love for ourselves. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say is we don't have the love for ourselves. I'm not gonna try to put this off on parents or grandparents, even though some of y'all know y'all didn't do a good job. I'm gonna say we don't have the love for ourselves. Like if we think about the relationships that we fucking be in, we know that these niggas, these women's, these studs, femmes, whatever, whoever you with, you know that they ain't no good for you. You know they don't. You know they don't. You know they don't. It look good. Y'all post y'all pictures on social media. It look good. Y'all be on y'all little YouTube thing and it'll be looking good. But you know, once that camera go off, shit is a mess. I'm gonna tell you this. You are currently surviving a global fucking pandemic. You are wasting your time in a situation you know every day you fucking wake up. You hate the fact that you fucking be there, but they got good with JJ or good dingaling or they paying your bills, and that's the only reason why you're there. If you don't got no other reason outside of that, you definitely should leave. Did you just tell them they should leave that situation? I sure. Let me tell you again. You should fucking leave. If you ain't never been on your own, you ain't never had your own, now's the perfect time to stand on your own 2 feet. I'm gonna tell you, it's something about being able to pay your own bills. It's something. I remember when I was older, or when I had just got to that point where I moved out and everything. Immediately, I was like, "Shit, why the fuck did I do this?" Because if I'm gonna tell you 3 bills, I'm just added this third one. 2 bills I always made sure was paid. That's my rent and my lights. And people's like, "Oh, you ain't going out, you ain't doing all this shit for what?" For what? Why go out every weekend? I ain't knocking you if you do, but why do you do that? You have to buy a new outfit. You buying body. You spending $75, $100 on a bottle. You can go if you need it. You need a plug. Come to the liquor store by my house because they had the tequila bottles like that. They had them mugs for $20, and people going to the club spending just so they could show. It's so you can show like you happy. It's so that you can show. When you look at my face, let me tell y'all. This past year, I am 41 fucking years old. So this past year has been the greatest, the greatest fucking year of my life. Greatest. I loved, I've lost. It's been narratives created. I watched my fucking self. Let me tell y'all this, right? I watched myself. You be like, if this shit ever happened to me, I wish a motherfucker would do some shit like that to me because you already have in your mind, you already know. I wish somebody would because I'm gonna snap the fuck off, right? So in the back of my head, I had one of those moments because people never really tried me because my character, my personality, people never really did that. But this last year, I definitely been tried, and I realized something about myself. I realized how grown I was, and not just in the sense that I'm 41 fucking years old, but how I've overcome those. I wish a motherfucker would. I still don't tolerate disrespect, and it will get addressed when it's getting addressed. But this year taught me that not everything deserves a response. This year taught me that many of the people who are creating situations, like many of you probably have somebody in your life that's always doing some negative, some rah rah, hoop de high, I gotta be on this drama type shit. And you can look at their fucking life and see, like, hey, you ain't grew up. You was doing that shit since we was in high school. If you could look at a person and look at them and say, you've been doing that shit and you was in high school and you are like years past high school, leave them the fuck alone. I'm gonna tell you as somebody, leave them the fuck alone because I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna become. You're gonna become a fucking bully. When I looked at the situation, I was like, I'm gonna be a fucking bully. You can't box with God. Your arm's too short to box with God. I'm gonna be a fucking bully. So you know what? I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I'm gonna let it be what it is. And that's just it. I said what I said and I stand on everything that I fucking said. Anything beyond that, I've never been a bully. And I'm not saying it like I'm bullying them. I'm just saying like your arms are too short to box with God is what I'm saying. Shit. You gotta know that I didn't You got to know that you are mature now. Like once you get to a certain age, you can't be out here fight. Like I was just thinking, like if I say that your mama a bitch, I'm not calling your mama a bitch. I'm not calling anybody mama a bitch. But if I say that your mama a bitch and you want to fight me, now we getting it in, whatever. I'm tired, you tired. We get up and I say, your mama's still a bitch. What you gonna do? You gonna fight me again? But now these days, they probably just yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that I would do that, but I'm just saying, like, you just see how that makes sense. You're gonna fight me because I called your mama a bitch. And then you probably in the back of your mind, it's like, my mama is a bitch, but I'm the only one that could call her a bitch. No, your mama's a bitch. That's what she is. I mean, I'm not gonna you just call my mom, you could say that my mama loved Jesus. I'm not gonna fight you because I know she loved Jesus. Like when shit is real, like it's the real thing, you gonna get mad at that? That's real. Everybody could see. Everybody could see that Chelle was hurt and she was healed on YouTube. She's healing in real life. We could see. Y'all could go back and look at October 7th. It's right. Is right on my YouTube. If you on Twitch, go over to you, go back and see from October 7th all the way until now. I guarantee you can see change. Even if it's just my hair, even if it's just I don't wear a fucking ring no more, you will see a whole bunch of change. You will see the conversations that I had change. Even to this very day, you will see change. If you cannot see change, if you've been doing the same shit you was doing before 2020 came in, it is time for you to look at your fucking life because at any fucking moment, regardless of how you protecting yourself, regardless of the things you are doing to make sure you good, you can fucking catch the big C. Somebody can see you out here doing good and take your shit. At any moment, life could fucking happen and it could flip upside down. You could become paralyzed. You can lose your ability to walk and talk. Any fucking moment. The last thing I want for you or me or anybody that's watching this that's going to come back and watch this is to live life with regrets. Think about it. Your life has already been fucking hard. You're going to continue the hard road of, and then say, well, I hope Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whoever I believe in, make my life fucking easier. That's why I feel like God gives us sense that's not common. I call it that. It's called common sense. It's what Jesus gave. But I say it's sense that's not common because me, if I'm in a situation and I know I'm not happy, I know the happiness starts on the inside of me. But if I know I'm not happy, I am not going to stay in that fucking situation. I'm just not. I have the courage to say, shit, listen, I was fucking homeless. When I think about the shit that I'm just not gonna tolerate anymore, it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna tolerate that. And disrespect, I'm working with the disrespect. I'm getting there. I don't think I'll ever be at the point where I would tolerate disrespect. Whew, it is disrespect. I think because of the era in which I grew up in, it wasn't no, you not gonna just disrespect. Yeah, I don't do that disrespectful shit, especially if the person that you are allowing the disrespect to happen, especially if you know me. Like if you know me and you just allowing some, it's a no for me. It's a no. It's a no. Like I said, it takes a minute. I'm not really easily scared. I don't the scare, but the big C definitely fucking scare me. So now I'm at the point of life where I'm not taking no one's bullshit. Let me make sure I say I'm not taking anyone's bullshit. If you bring shit to my doorstep, you better get ready to get a bath. You better get ready to get that shit thrown back on you. You got to be ready for it. And you got to be, if you're an adult, you definitely going to get these hands. I'm 41. I'm not saying hands like that. I'm definitely going, I'm going to let you know what it is. Like, I'm too big to be fine. I'm too old. I'm too big. That's not even me. I don't even get down like that. What the fuck I look like fighting for some words? You got the wrong one. I ain't on that. I talk to you all day. I talk to you about shit all day, but I'm gonna fight you for what? It's 2021. People not fighting no more. Look around you. People aren't fucking fighting no more. What the fuck? I mean, I beef with you. I beef with you. Look, I beef with you on. I got YouTube fingers. I got good YouTube, Twitter fingers. I mean, my fingers is good. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. I'm just playing. But I'm not about to fight nobody. What the fuck I look like fighting? Y'all see video of me fighting. Hey, did y'all see the video of that WNBA girl? She popped it. Phew. Anyways, I'm not fighting. I fight other ways. I don't fight with my fists. I fight with words because I know people listen, when it comes to words, having that I fight you with words. I'll say some shit to you that have you thinking for 3 days. Like, I can't believe she fucking said the fuck. You will have to go look up what the fuck I said, and it's clear as day what I'm saying to you. That's just how skilled I am with words. That's why I'm just like, the fuck I'm gonna fight you for? I know how to. If you pay attention to people, you know what get people. You know what it is. So I'm saying I'm not a bully. I got mad love. If y'all ever even go back to any video from October 7th until now, now one time did I say anything disrespectful? I didn't do anything. I just said what it was, where I was at, what it was. That was it. I'm too fucking grown for that. I got too many things going on in my life right now to be doing what? Fighting, risk, everything that I fucking work hard for. It's a no for me. It's a no. I'm gonna go ahead and continue and be great over here. I lost. I lost. I can accept loss. I lost. I'm grateful for that loss also. That loss is making way for somebody else the opportunity to come and be great with me. So, huh, grateful. I I just want to thank y'all for coming and hanging out with me and listening to me talk about love. I talked about a lot of love. I know you probably thought I was gonna go agape. I did do it at the beginning. Agape, unconditional love, all breaking down all the loves. I'm gonna tell you real life love. Listen, the greatest love that you can ever experience in life is love for yourself. Because if you fucking love yourself, you would treat everybody else with love. Because you would think like, damn, I don't want to lie to Shorty because I don't want Shorty to lie to me. I don't want to. You ain't gonna want to cause harm to nobody else. Like even if you are a parent, a step parent, you got younger brothers and sisters, you ain't gonna want to treat them bogus because you're gonna think about how the people treated you. Like if we took the moment, like before we do or say anything, if we take that moment to think like, damn, how would I feel if somebody said this to me? Or how would I want somebody to say this to me? Or how would I want somebody to do this to me? If we think about it like that, a lot of shit wouldn't be, and we take accountability and be responsible for ourselves and share our fucking stories. If we share our fucking stories, I'm gonna say it won't be a lot of insecure people out here. It probably will, but we need to share our fucking stories. I love the fact that Mo and Mimi got on YouTube and was like, "This is what the fuck happened to us," and the fact that Mimi was on her live like, "This is what I read." Well, she's actually on this live, and then she went to her live and talked about more in depth what happened. Like, I love the fact to see people doing that because if you look at YouTube, it's all everybody got houses and cars and they doing great. Shit is just lovely. And then next thing you know, you hear about people breaking up and they got new booze, or you see them with their new booze and you didn't even know they had broke up. And then, I just want us to love ourselves. Look, I'm getting ahead of myself. I just want you to know. Thank you for being here. Um, I want you to know that I love you. I want you to know that, when you get texts and um you get texts and they just put a smile on your face. I just want you to know that I love you. And Chelle's Closet is a safe space. I don't tolerate disrespect. So if y'all saw tonight, there was some disrespectful things said in here, but it was taken care of ASCAP right away. It was definitely taken care of. I'm gonna come back and read these comments because there was a lot of them, but I'm gonna come back and read them and respond in the comments. We gonna get it. Hey, I appreciate all of the love and support y'all showed me last night for Saturday Night Vibes. While I got y'all here, if y'all can go up to the community tab and vote for your favorite song. If you're on YouTube, go over to the community tab and vote for your favorite song you want to hear. If you want to come and join me, Mo, you in here. If you want to come and join me next Saturday and sing a song, come and join me. It's cool to be singing by myself, but how dope would it be if I had the go-to happening place for karaoke on Saturday night? And then somebody else had it on Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. Like, what if we just all do different YouTube channels where everybody doing karaoke? YouTube would be lit. I'm trying to tell y'all, it would be lit. But that's all I got. It is important for you to use your words. That is the only way that anyone will ever know what you are feeling and what you are thinking. I know you probably think that people have the psychic ability. Some of us do, some of us don't, but we can only know by what you tell us. Don't think, don't assume. Tell us what's going on with you. If you don't tell a person what's going on with you and then you go and be with somebody else and tell them that you don't, stop doing it. Hold yourself accountable for the shit that you did and did not say and talk. Use your fucking words. I will never let a live, a vlog, a video, or anytime you see my beautiful face and these gorgeous dimples go out without me telling you to love yourself. Remember, I told y'all that was the most important person that you want to love you is you. Love yourself. Know yourself. Know every fucking thing it is to know about yourself. Know what you like, know what you don't like, know what you will tolerate, will know what you won't tolerate. Most importantly, know you. Trust yourself. Trust the fact that you will not lead yourself wrong. Trust yourself. You know, that small voice in the back of your head, or maybe your shit is loud and they be telling you, like, girl, leave that man alone, or bro, leave that chick alone, or it tells you whatever it tells you. Listen to that. You probably disregarded it. It was like, damn, I should have followed my first mind. Listen to that. And for the love of humanity, just be your fucking self. In case you need a friendly reminder, hello, Kobe. In case you need a friendly reminder, we are currently surviving a global fucking pandemic. You should be living your best life right now. And then when I say that, I mean, like, if you living for your grandparents, you living for your mama, like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that sound good. You that sound good, but you gotta live for you. Like, you gotta be able to say at the end of the road, whenever your road ends, whenever you get called to the place beyond, you don't want to look back and be like, damn, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Because right now is the perfect time to should, could, do all of that shit right now. Like, everybody is in the same space right now. Like, yeah, they're still millionaires, but guess what? They are just afraid of the big C as you are. We are all in the same place. Some of us still haven't been out here hanging out, kicking it. Some of us realize how serious it is. Some of us vaccinated, some of us not. You know, it's all of those things. Um, Also, if no one has told you in the first 10 months of 2021, I will take pride in telling you that I love you. I believe in you. You have everything you need to be successful right up in here. And I know you probably like, what the fuck does that mean? You know, I don't know if you religious or not or whatever. When we were put on this earth, everything that we need to live our lives, we were given. Everything. Sometimes shit around us just make us like doubt ourselves and make us not want to strive for greatness. It makes us stagnated. But I want to encourage you in the 10th month of 2021 to get out of your own fucking way and live your fucking life. If you want to start that business, start. If you're looking at that person and you've been trying to find the courage to leave them, don't go fucking cheat on them. Look them in their face and be like, you know what? Whatever you need to fucking say, and leave them. Leave them. I don't know why people mind tell them that cheating and then going to be with the person that you cheat with, and why you think that that new relationship is going to be great because you left. Karma is real. The big C is real. Shit is real. Life is real right now. If you ain't paying attention and checking out the way life is going, the government is doing, all this shit is going on. I don't know where you've been, but you probably need to start paying attention. Since I'm here, if you haven't already, go ahead and get you some non-perishable food items, stock up on you some toiletries, get you some disinfectant, because y'all remember what it was like, right? Y'all remember what it was like. I don't know if y'all don't, if y'all forgot, y'all remember what it was like. It was hard to get tissue. People was charging ridiculous prices for tissue and water and hand sanitizer. Go ahead and get that stuff up. Put you some money to the side, because we don't know. We don't know what we gonna be at for the end of this year. We don't know. If you got family, call them, FaceTime them, text them, reach them, just say hi. Say I love you. Do all of that. Thank you, Rashonda, for coming. Um, let me see what else I want to tell you. Love your fucking self. That's just the whole thing is love. I know you probably like, damn, she jumped around. I wanted to touch on all those things before I forget, because sometimes I will forget. I want to touch on that. Your family, if your family did some bogus shit to you, you need to tell them that they did the bogus shit to you, and you need to just go ahead and just let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. They gonna always be your family. Like, they tell you they're gonna always be your family, but sometimes we have to take a pause away from people. And they say you never realize what you had until it's gone. So you have to take a pause away from your mom a little bit. And then she realized, damn, I really messed up. Or you take a pause away from people. It's okay to take a pause, check in every now and again, but it's okay to take a pause. You have to do what's best for you. If you are not taking care of yourself in this global fucking pandemic and you worried about everybody else, you are doing yourself a great disservice. Great disservice. I am here. We are here with Chelle's Closet just to give you a safe space to come talk, chill, laugh, deal with real life situations, talk about real life shit. That's what I'm here for. If I feel like a conversation ain't being talked about, we're going to talk about it. As a matter of fact, while we are talking right now, join me next Sunday. We're going to talk about emotional nourishment. If you are a man who don't feel like it's okay for you to cry, if you are a woman who don't have a relationship with your daughter, we're going to talk about all of this shit. You see how I started with love today? I started with love just to get your mind thinking like, damn, do I really love my mother? Do I really love my siblings? Do I really love the person that I'm laying with or the person that I'm sitting right here? You probably looking at your phone and looking at them. You probably going to do this for the rest of the night. I'm going to tell you are, because you're going to be like, damn. And you probably ask them, why you love me? And they're gonna pause and you'll be like, what the fuck to pause for? Anyways, I'm not trying to stir up people's households, but yes, I definitely fucking am trying to stir up people's households. If you never looked at your wife, boyfriend, baby daddy, whoever, and figured out why you love them, if you think about the dick, the vajayjay, if you think about all of that, that's not love. That's just you it's something deeper than that. You got to go deeper. No more surface in 2021. Go deeper. That's what I'm gonna encourage you to do. I appreciate all of the love and support. Hey Vaughn, I appreciate everything. Every time I go live, I appreciate that because I didn't expect y'all to be here. I'm telling you, I'm out of my fucking comfort zone right here. But in order for me to get to where I need to go, I have to leave that comfort zone behind. I'm out here now. I'm out here in these streets. I ain't in the streets like that, but I'm out here. If you have a fear, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I said this, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I said this in a live one day this week. I go live every night. I'm probably gonna go live a little later and make some music. I said, the very thing that you fear, like if you have this fear, like you have the fear of breaking up the relationship or the marriage or whatever you in, if you have that fear because you feel like maybe I'm not gonna be successful, or you not gonna find somebody to love you, or you not gonna whatever, right? I want to challenge you to jump on the other side of that fear. Everything is me talking on this fucking live. I didn't know. I didn't know I was going to have multiple people. I was just like, shit, if I just get one person to watch me, I'm going to be good. But it'd be tons of people all across the world watching me. And then people be inboxing me like, hey, are you going to talk about this? All of that shit, right? The very thing that you fear could be the greatest blessing. And if y'all know me, you know how I feel about church stuff. But the greatest thing that you fear could be the greatest blessing. I'm telling you. I'm telling you from experience. I feared being successful, and now y'all gonna see my videos for the rest of the year. Y'all gonna see what the fuck is going on. Like, hard work pays off. And if you put in hard work in something and it's not paying off, leave that shit where it is. Take the lessons that you learned from it and move on swiftly. Again, you are currently surviving a global fucking pandemic that there are vaccines, multiple vaccines, there are multiple variants, there are fucking variants that we haven't even been told about, but if you pay attention to other news, you know what the fuck is going on. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna tell you not to get it. I'm not gonna tell you to go get it. I'm gonna tell you to protect yourself. Not only yourself, protect your fucking family. Do what's best for you. That's what I'm gonna tell you to do. Do what's best for you. As somebody who had Big C and I was gonna go get the pokey poke, And then they told me what's gonna happen. Oh hell no, I don't ever want to experience that again. If I had to step in my house and order from Amazon, do y'all know you can order every fucking thing off of Amazon right now? I go to the fucking doctor sitting right here looking at this webcam. And if it's really serious, then I venture out on the outside. But I was waiting for this day because I knew it would come where I could just be in my house. I don't have to go outside. Take care of y'all. So I love you. I I want y'all to be well and be great. I want you to choose to be well. I want you to choose to love yourself. I just want you to think. I didn't even got to say I want you to think because I guarantee you, listen. If you don't do nothing else tonight, you definitely gonna think about love. If I don't, if you've been paying attention to me, I knew exactly what I was doing by talking to y'all about love. I just be wanting people to think about shit, Like think about like why we do the shit that we do. And my mouse will start working while I'm trying to end it. Sorry. Okay, here we go. If we think about the shit, just think about it. Just think about why you love the people you love, why you do the shit you do. It is not letting me in, y'all. But that's all I got. So until next time, you know what time it is. If you don't know what time it is, wait. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. If you are on YouTube, hit that purple follow button. If you are on Twitch, if you are on YouTube, feel free to set up a Twitch account and go ahead and go over there and check that out too. Because you could stream on Twitch and YouTube. I'm gonna come and do a whole Twitch thing, and I'm gonna come and do a whole YouTube. I got some stuff coming for y'all because I am getting closer. Like I'm gonna tell y'all one of my goals. One of my goals was to stream on Twitch, and I've been doing that. And I just checked my analytics for my Twitch channel, and I am like this close to streaming 500 hours, and that's in a year. I went from not streaming at all to just a year streaming close to 500 hours. So, y'all definitely gonna be getting more lives to me, and I'm creating more music. I have a nursery rhyme album. This is shit I'm gonna talk to y'all about in videos and stuff like that. So I'm making strides. I'm doing things that I've always wanted to do. And you might see travel vlogs, you might see, other stuff, but it all comes with loving yourself. So that's all I got until next time. Peace.